I'm not getting your Twitter.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. Weirdly enough, to the very first session of Secret of the Sands, Atlera, Secret of the Sands. This time things are gonna be slightly different from normal for a number of reasons. First being that I'm not running a game in my homebrew world. This time around, I'm running a game on Cobalt's homebrew world, which is
Egats.
something new. It's never happened before. It's completely original. So, yeah, there will be blunders afoot all around the place, but we'll be having fun anyways. Uh, the other thing that is new is that it's the first time ever I'm trying to do some kind of like desert themed campaign, so we shall see how that goes, huh? And
We
it's this last part is not so new, but more so rare. Usually at the beginning of sessions, I do a little recap of what happened last time around, but nothing happened last time around except, world lore, not player lore. But before we do that, just getting some things done first. Open up your character sheets, everyone. At the beginning of every game, what we're going to be doing is getting inspiration. Everyone's using a different model of character sheet, so where you track your inspiration might be differently. Might be a thing that just says inspiration and then it's a check mark. For some of you that are using the other, the Tidy 5e sheet, it's on your portrait on the top left. There's a little glowing dice.
That's the top right, no?
Yeah, the dice is the inspiration, and if you hover over it, it'll tell you that it's inspiration. If it's lit up, that means you do have the inspiration. If it's not, then you don't have it, I think. If you're using the default D&D sheet, it's different. On the top right, there will be your level, and then a little itty bitty star, and that star is your inspiration. So make sure you check that, because all of you start with one point of inspiration. Inspiration here are our delicious currency of things are not going my way in a nature reroll. At the beginning of every
course,
game.
if you're using the legacy sheet, it's very depressing because it's just this unassuming line with a checkbox that says inspiration.
Ah, that legacy sheet. Yeah. That's
Yes.
it's not
It's
very.
not even the default.
It's not pretty, but it's
It works.
easy to find. The inspiration thing that we're doing is that at the beginning of the game, all of you will have inspiration. Inspiration can be used to reroll. It's a flat reroll instead of giving advantage, disadvantage, that kind of stuff. Is just a flat reroll. But most importantly, at the beginning of every session, each and every one of you will be getting your inspiration point back, so don't be shy about using it. And you can use this, you can give your inspiration for someone else's roll.
Mm.
if another character has botched their roll, they can ask for you all to give them a reroll, the inspiration, and you can do that. So these are slightly different from the original rules and different from the Pathfinder rules as well.
Is it the highest of the two rolls or just the new roll?
Yeah, highest, why not?
Yay.
Woo.
I mean,
That's definitely my favorite thing about Pathfinder's hero points.
it's
It can turn a failure into a worse failure. Hooray!
it still doesn't. It's still not an advantage. It's just that you re-roll and then you choose which roll to keep. So if you want to keep the lowest roll, up to you. But and yeah, that's pretty much it. For hero points or inspiration, heroic inspiration, as they're being called now. So hopefully everyone got that.
What do you mean the bard doesn't give you heroic inspiration?
Can you directly respond to somebody's chat message in Foundry, or is that not an option?
I don't think you can.
I don't think there's an option to reply. You just have to send them a whisper manually. But it's doable. Shouldn't be too hard of a problem.
Oh my god, we haven't even started and people are plotting already.
Wahahaha.
That's the best part.
Conspiration.
So, insofar as the rules are concerned, this is how the inspiration thing is happening. That's how you're going to be doing it. Hope. If you forget, it's okay. Just let me know and we'll get back to that. But now for the proper narration of what was happening before, previously in Atlera, that gives us a head start into our Secret of the Sands campaign properly. You see, things in the world are somewhat odd. It is the year of 1016, and things are mostly fine everywhere. People are going about their lives, doing their business. But we're focused specifically on the Narashi Desert area. Even more specifically around the city of Mercantis, the biggest and most important city in that region of the world. A lot of people flock to the city from all over the place. And there's two reasons for that. The first is an old tale, an old myth of a lost treasure beneath the sands somewhere. Something incredibly, invaluably precious that everyone wants to have. Problem is, no one knows what it is, or where it is, or why it is. Stories have just been going around that there's a vastly important treasure somewhere in the sands, lost to time and knowledge. But that does not stop treasure hunters from taking a chance at it. Who knows, maybe someday people will find this long lost treasure of the Narashi Desert. But people can't feed off of dreams alone, so they do have to do something for a living. And that's where everyone's gazes turn to the city of Mercantis. The city of Mercantis, as any other big city, is always rife with people looking for jobs. And some people are luckier than others. You 5 have been one of the potentially, some would say, lucky few who have been fortunate enough to find a job. You have been traveling for a few days along the caravan of someone you wouldn't call this your favorite person in the world by not by a long shot, but it's your employer, so yeah, it's a relationship of necessity. For the past 5 days you have been accompanying Bort the Dwarf, a citizen of Mercantis, towards the village of Chipped Ridge, far up north from Mercantis, with a few little caveats. One would think, why bother trade with one of the villages deeper into the desert instead of the river villages? And the biggest reason for that is that, first, during the period of low tide as it is, since there's no really seasons here in the desert, during the period of low tide when the rivers are drier and harder to navigate, only official citizens of Mercantis are allowed to sail the river and conduct trade. Non-citizens of Mercantis have to conduct this trade by foot. So you have all left Mercantis and trekked for 5 days up north over there. You're just 1 day away and you're all camping late at night with Bort the Dwarf, a citizen of Mercantis. And you know that all to be lies. Bort is not a citizen of Mercantis as much as he claims to be. And you know this. Citizens of Mercantis, they have a privileged position of power. A position in the city as one of their own. If you're a citizen of Mercantis, the city supplies you with lodging, with food, with basic supplies to conduct research or some sort of service for the city. You wouldn't need to risk your life trading and going into the desert if you were a citizen of Mercantis. And as a matter of fact, becoming a citizen of Mercantis is something incredibly hard to do, but sought by many, all of you including. You also know that Bort is not a dwarf at all. He is actually an orc. Just a somewhat short orc, standing tall at his 5 feet 6 inches of height.
A shork.
Yes, exactly, a
baby.
shork. And you know for a fact there's no way Bort could be a dwarf. Dwarves have suddenly vanished from the world 30 years ago. Not a single dwarf has been seen since. And there's reasons for that, but that's the talk of scholars and priests and more people that are more concerned with less pressing matters, unlike their own survival, like all 5 of you. And lastly, you know that Bort is not Bort's real name, nor is it Bartholomew as he claims Bort is short for. His name is Bartok. He tries to use a more civilized name to hide the fact that he is not a citizen of Mercantis, instead an orc from these tribes. And the reason we're coming to the Chipped Ridge village is because Bort is from here. He left the city a long time ago to try his luck at Mercantis, but like many others before him, and many other persons in this region, they haven't succeeded just yet. But hope never dies, and we always try again. The following day might be the day that we make it. All of you have set down camp at night in the desert. Or not necessarily at night. You have set camp just as soon as the sun started to go up, and you have a plan of arriving in the Chipped Ridge village somewhat in the middle of the day next day, approaching nighttime, evening time, because for the past few days you have all been traveling exclusively at night, since the sun is less scorching at that time, and you have, well, Bort has scheduled the travel to take place during the period of the full moon, so the night skies are somewhat illuminated, and he seems to be a competent enough navigator to be able to guide himself through the stars alone. All of you have set down camp. He is talking to the other two members of your caravan, a hobgoblin guy that everyone just calls a squire, and a female gnome that you know to be some kind of sage, wizardly type. Eliath is her name. You haven't really talked
Very,
to...
very knowledgeable.
Yeah, knowledgeable.
Wow.
You haven't talked too much to them, other than the occasional pleasantries here and there. But, as you're all tending to your gear, your equipment, and preparing yourself for the last leg of the journey that, unfortunately, you will be doing during the early morning period, so you will be catching a little bit of sun. Bort approaches the two of you that are sitting there looking a little bit more civilized than most. Basil and Trakar, you look more civilized than some of the other members of this company. And Bort seems to prefer to stay in civilized company, but he understands also the need to really set the scene for what's about to happen. So he pulls the two of you together and he starts inquiring about other things. So, Basil, Trakar, like I have said before, we're fast approaching on the city. We should be arriving
Finally.
There's just a few last matters that I want to attend to. Thank you all for joining this expedition, this trade voyage. But you see, we're going to Chipped Ridge as more than just traders. It's also my home village, and well, the kind of company I bring back, kinda shines a bit on me differently depending on who it is that I bring back. And I've noticed whenever I asked if you all had some people to recommend for the guard position here at the caravan, you recommended some people I have not particularly seen the likes of before. So Basil, what do you have to tell me about this Dust guy?
Dust guy.
Yeah, the tabaxi. When I asked,
Yes.
when I asked if you knew anyone who, knows how to fight, could be a guard, you recommended him. So, do you think he'll be fine? Do you think his head is in the right place?
I hope so. He seems nice. He is. So my cousin married his cousin, and that's why I'm here.
Hmm.
Wait. You're here because his cousin married your cousin. And that's the only reason why you're here.
Let me be silly, okay? Jesus.
No silliness allowed.
Also, sorry. Okay. Jokes aside, it was not the cousin, it was the brother, but that's not here or there.
It's different.
You get your turn.
I mean,
Friend. friend. I'm joking. He's a fine soldier, and he will work great with the team. Don't let my silly jokes get to you.
No, it's fine. Truly. I mean, we must take any opportunity we can get to, join our esteemed city of Mercantis as citizens, huh? Well, I'm
Well,
glad, at least, that you know someone whose martial prowess really shines through.
oh yeah, he throws a mean punch. You'll be surprised.
I mean,
I wonder why you know that. But I have a good guess.
I hope not to be on the receiving end of any punches, but I'll keep that in mind. That's always useful to know. And, Trakar, you had recommended this Atticus guy from the arena, I believe, was it?
Well, yes, if you are looking for someone who can fight, you certainly can find someone on the arena.
I wonder what would make someone just stop playing at the arena and decide to come over here to, do trade. It's not particularly easy, or as easy as just being there, but
He just prefers my company, that's it.
oh yeah, that's right.
Okay.
He was a bodyguard of yours, wasn't he?
Yes.
Hmm.
Can't believe we live in those days when you need a personal bodyguard, am I right?
Well, as much as they say that Mercantis is such a magnanimous city and does wonderful things to its citizens and foreigners alike, we all know the truth. Foreigners aren't really, well, not treated right. Shame not every foreigner can afford to hire a bodyguard, but at least you have a good head on your shoulders and a good head following you, making sure that your head stays on your shoulder. And while Bort, the dwarf, is talking to the two of you, Basil and Trakar, trying to figure out a little bit more of the general company that you guys are keeping, the rest of you, the quote-unquote guards of the group, are approached by the squire, the hobgoblin. He goes up to the three of you, or most particularly the two of you, Atticus and Dust. He manages to find the two of you in one of the few moments when you're slightly farther away from Tack. And you see that he's a little bit nervous, doesn't quite knows what to do with himself. He looks at the two of you with shifty eyes. So I have a question, if that's okay with you guys.
Oh, hi, Squire. Good to be back in the sun, isn't it? Because it's sunny now, right?
It's
Finally.
it's it's sunrise.
Yeah. What do you need?
I'm inclined to disagree, but whatever.
He kind of shifts in place a little bit, unsure of how to go about it. You see that you've noticed him to be kind of shy during the whole voyage, but now he finally shakes off whatever uncertainty he has, and he says, "So, your friend Tack, what is up with him? Why is he so big?"
Oh my god, you just can't ask people why they're big.
Where did you find him?
In the arena, the place where you find big, strong people.
Yeah. Same for me. We fought together as a team one time. Didn't go too well.
It didn't go
But-
too well. Oh.
Yeah, but it was mostly my fault. He is actually a very good fighter. I had my hand on the sword for the first time, and I think I need a little bit more practice before I try doing more of that. I kind of screwed up on our fight that time. But yeah, that's where I know him from.
Oh, I see. I see. I've never.
Sorry, mate.
I was just gonna say I never seen a knoll that big. It's quite remarkable and impressive too. One would think a specimen like him would have already been, well, hired by another one of the houses of Mercantis.
Well, I guess I didn't do too good of an advertisement for him with our blunder on the arena. Well, I guess more luck for us to have him on our side. Yeah.
Sell him big no slave. Fight to the death for you.
So, how did you meet him, Atticus?
That was also the arena. I was there for my own personal reasons, and you tend to gravitate towards the big, strong knoll that's pummeling things to bits.
Oh, I see. Wait, are the two of you going to be joining the Desert Jewel Cup this year? That, you know, the annual contest, a battle of wits and agility and endurance in the arena to get the chance to become a citizen?
I don't know about Atticus, but well, it depends when it's going to be, because I want to get rich quick. I want to leave this region of the world and see more. So, is it going to be soon, or?
I see. Well, if, you know, if you're looking for someone else in your to, you know, tag team with in the arena, and well, if you're bouncing and you are doing other things, could the two of you put a good word with the big no for me, please?
What do you need
Oh.
a strong hand for?
Well, if he's going to keep competing in the arena, I might, we could be good partners, who knows?
How about we go and ask him?
Right now, I couldn't. No. You can't do that, Atlera. I have to shine my boots. And the hobgoblin just, you see his whole face gets red, and he just kind of turns away and goes to a corner to pretend he's cleaning his boots that have just been finished being cleaned. You sense that whenever people told you that Squire was very shy, they were not joking.
Thank God that's over.
Poor baby.
But while everyone else is being accosted by other people, Tack, the biggest no this band has ever seen, the other no approaches you.
Okay.
Elia Yaff, the no, sagely no, the hedge wizard, as they call her. She approaches you, having to strain a little bit to look up with her arms crossed. So, we're almost to the Chipped Ridge village. Are you ready?
Are you ready? Yes, ma'am.
You're not familiar with trekking the desert, are you?
Not too much. I'm from the savannah.
A traveler from across the seas, I see. I've been pondering a little bit over this and paying a little bit of attention, and I noticed that some of your companions are not, well, not strangers to the desert as it seems. A lot of them seem to hail from here, from the villages. I know you're familiar with Dust and Atticus, but I hear that Basil is also from the desert. Would you know anything about that?
Not a lot, but it's good to have someone from the desert. It'll help us survive better.
It is good to have someone who hails from the desert indeed. Tell me, Mr. Stormpaw, about your colleagues. What do you know about them? What do you truly know about them?
Oh, well, I've fought with the dust of chalk. He's a very, very skilled tabaxi. His fighting skill is very good. And Atticus, he's told me stories about the Legion and all the wonderful machines they make.
Machines.
Yes, I like making machines.
Machines are indeed interesting, but sometimes they're dangerous, from what I've heard. The desert doesn't seem to like them very much. No wonder they haven't been popular over here.
Well, I imagine all the sand gets into them.
Say, you have never been to Shipped Ridge before, have you?
I have not.
Let me share a few things about it between friends, because I know Bort will not be super forthcoming with you and, well, your companion. So, say this is an opportunity to, well, get even closer to them and give them a little bit of warning before we arrive in the following day. Things are slightly weird at Chipped Ridge Village. You notice that their social dynamic is a little, how can I say, odd and different.
In what way?
I think you'll see when you arrive. I don't want to say much in case you get ideas. Just know that what they have going on has been going on for a long time. You will be an outsider amongst their midst, so respect their traditions. Don't ask too many questions, and I think you'll be fine.
Will do, ma'am.
Also, speaking of respecting their traditions, you will quickly notice that the chieftain and his first wife are the highest, well, priority, the most important persons in the village, and everyone answers to them, so definitely do not disrespect them. And they have another weird rule that we follow. Weird as it seems. They say not to curse in their village grounds. Whatever that means, they seem very adamant about it, so... Well, keep that in mind.
I usually don't curse, ma'am.
Well, that is good. That is for the best, anyways. But... one last thing I should let you know is that their customs, weird as it may seem, they are still important trade partners. So... try not to get in the way of whatever trading business Mr. Bort is going to be doing. Not that I think you'll be making a blunder, just... like I said, things with them are a little bit odd.
I'll be on my best behavior, ma'am.
Good. I would expect no less. Also, I believe I heard before we left Mercantis that 2 other traders hailed Chipped Ridge a while ago. Maybe if they're around, you could go and check up with them. Better than to... better to try and make sense of their customs. Now,
Do you know their names?
The traders, I do know their names, yes. What was it? One of them is Gavros Scribebound. I believe he's an alchemist. The other one is Vanek Oran. Don't worry, it'll be very easy to find them. They will stand out, I'm sure.
Okay, ma'am.
Let me type out the names of these characters for you.
Yes, I've already written them down. Oh yes, they completely don't look exactly like my notes.
Yep, especially Vanek.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Once she finishes giving you lots of warnings, like a concerning amount of warnings, she nods up to you. I see that some of your friends have talked to Squire and he doesn't seem particularly comfortable. I'm going to go check out with him, see what happens, and do pass along the warnings to your companions, would you?
I will, ma'am. If you need any more help, just let me know.
Thank you, dear. And she... Eliath, she goes back to her notes, scribbling down some things in her book before closing it up and going towards the scribe, who seems hell-bent, incredibly intent on polishing his boots even further. And you notice that all of this excessive boot polishing is even disturbing the camels a little bit. The camels you all have been using to trek across the desert. And even Bort gets disturbed by this and he walks off to calm down the camels. Leaving all 5 of you to gather up and exchange words about all of this that just happened.
What did you guys do with the poor squire? He looks anxious. Why is he polishing the boots like this?
He's making the camels unhappy.
Uh-huh.
I'm not sure if I want to share for his sake.
All right, keep your secrets then.
Yeah,
We
you will find
did
out in time.
Maybe if you want to really find out what's going on, strike up a conversation with them, Tak. I'm sure nothing terribly out of sorts will happen.
Why is that, Atticus?
That's part of the reason why I don't want to say anything.
Hmm. I don't know whether to believe that you're trying to trick me or what.
A little conversation couldn't hurt.
Yeah, he's not tricking you. He would like to talk to you eventually. Well, maybe give him some space for now.
Oh,
And
so he is your fan. Sorry.
uh, well, he may have a business opportunity for you of some sort, but give him some space for now, and maybe chat him up later. He's a really good guy.
Oh,
Ruin
well,
the surprise
business
if I
is
don't achieve
business.
it.
So while sorry, while you're all talking and exchanging information and everything else, Bort has managed to calm down the camels, has taken down all of the equipment the camels have been carrying along, lugging through the desert, and he starts to set up the tent along with Squire and Eliav. Eliav. And soon enough, there are tents set up for everyone to sleep in and protect yourselves from the sun as it starts rising and bathing the landings in light. And you know that it will get uncomfortably hot soon, which is why you have decided to instead rest during the days and travel during the nights. So if you have any other business you want to attend to before arriving, now's the time.
I'm good.
Yeah,
I
I think
will
I'm good.
make sure that I get all of the warnings about no cursing and that the chief and his first wife are sort of the rulers of the area and you don't want to go against them. And we may want to see about these other two traders there, Gavros and Vanek.
Mm. How mild do we need to be with our language? Is it okay to say like dang it? Or is that too much already?
Jeff.
I don't know. I've never been to this village before.
Okay, let's be careful then.
Alright. So, with that said and done, all of you bunker down in the tents that have been provided, sheltering yourselves from the scorching sun as it starts to coast over the land, and catch up with some desperately needed Z's. During the during the morning and the afternoon. It's sort of a different scheme for a lot of you, this whole sleep during the day, travel during the night sort of business you are doing as part of being in the trade caravans. And you know that some other caravans they prefer to do the opposite, travel during the day, but these are the caravans who have the means to carry around way more water to stave off dehydration. And also the caravans that are able to afford stronger camels, which are more expensive, and one of the many guilds of mercantis kind of hoards to themselves to a degree, so it's particularly hard to get these camels. But otherwise, you can sort of see a bit of an appeal to this lifestyle of a trader along the Nareshi Desert. Traveling through the night has its own little quirks. It's nigh on impossible to tell where you're going, but the night sky always gives you all a sense of comfort, along with the stars that guides your way, and the sagely people like Bort and Eliaf, with their knowledge of the constellations and how to use the stars to guide their path. It always makes you wonder how some of these tribes live further out in the land here. And some of you do know very well how they do, since several of you do hail from these desert villages. Maybe you didn't have a life of traveling around all the time, but you definitely do know the difference and the excitement it is to be in a remote place in the middle of nowhere and see a trading caravan showing up. Such as is the excitement the inhabitants of Shipped Ridge Village experience right now. As after a few more hours of journey, later in the afternoon when the sun is starting to set, even in the distance, you can see some commotion as the inhabitants leave their little houses and hovels to gather up to see you all arriving. Shipped Ridge Village has been settled around the natural forming oasis here in the deserts. Sort of a safe-ish distance from the northern branch of the Trinity River. About a day's march away from the closest part of the river. So it's not one of the most remote villages, by far. But it is perhaps one of the oddest. As you all approach, you notice more or less what Eliaf was telling you about when she cautioned you about this village. This village is exclusively orcs. Not super uncommon in the deserts, but definitely different. The leader, as you have been told before, is Chieftain Kudov. Kudov is an older orc with a long beard, and his first wife is right beside him. She looks a little bit more aged as well, as much as him. You know, just from the garb that she's wearing, all the bracelets that she's using, that she's some sort of shaman. But also, you see Kudov's second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth wives right around him. Not only that, but you look around and you notice that you don't really see any other male orcs anywhere in this village.
So just this guy and only females, or like little boys, like children running around?
You do see that there are some children around, some much younger orcs. Boy orcs, you see that there are a few around and about. They seem much on the younger side, but girl orcs, they are all over their age range. There's children, teenagers, and adults, and some older orcs as well.
All right.
And when you all arrive, the first person out front is your lead, Bort, the dwarf, who's actually an orc. He climbs down from his camel, outstretches his arms, and Chieftain Kudov greets him with a hug, and they start exchanging some pleasantries in Orcish. I don't know if any one of you speak the language?
Don't think so.
don't think I learned
I
it. No.
certainly do not.
Would have made sense that I learned that, but it did not.
Don't know that.
Dust, do you know Orcish?
It could be possible but I didn't think about that as a part of my character, so let's say that not.
All
no.
right.
Well, yeah.
You have
See your
some.
proficiencies if you actually know it.
Yeah, you did get some languages from your choice of background and race, but Orc isn't one of
Well,
them. I see.
yeah.
Oh, but that's
Well,
fine.
yeah,
There are many species that live here in this desert region, and learning their languages seems important too. Well,
I guess we could say that it is one of my languages. So, would that be okay with you? Because we kind of thought about leaving the choice of languages for later, and Orcish seems like a very sound language for me to know. Would you be okay with me knowing it?
yeah, actually, mostly because one of your choices was giant, and we don't really have giants around here.
Yeah, let's swap giant for Orcish then.
Do you know how to do that in your character sheet?
I'll look for that while we play.
Okay. So everyone is just kind of lost, as well. Pretty much every orc in this village is speaking in Orcish. None of you have no idea what's going on, but by the general body language, you can tell that they're okay. They're having a good time. They're actually excited to see Bort returning home, even if for just a day or two. He seems well liked enough here.
Favorite person in the world.
One could say.
However, you don't really understand the exact nature of the words. Except for you, Dust, you do understand. They mostly at first just speak pleasantries. Chief Kudov just says something along the lines of, it's good that you have returned home, my son, and we have more business proposition to talk to you, and when will you move back in? I will make an exception for you. You can pick your wives as well. And then, all of the other female orcs are just cheering on, like, you're back home. Let me give you food. Let me give you this. Let me give you that. I need to show you the new thing that happened, and the new plants, the oasis, my plantation, my house, my this, my that. They all want to bombard him with these little things. And one thing you all notice is that they ignore you all. So all 5 of you, Elias, and Squire are just kind of forgotten. Everyone dismounts their camels and starts undoing the things, the equipment, but overall, some orcs, like the children that are a little bit more curious, they kind of run up to you guys, but they just watch from a distance. They don't really interact in any way, shape, or form. Almost as if they have not been granted permission to do so. And only a few specific female orcs, they come to you to help unload the cargo. And a lot of this cargo, as a matter of fact, is things that Bort is pointing out specifically. Things you know that have been brought here as trading things. Dust, why don't you introduce us to 5e D&D by making the first roll of the game? Let's call this a perception check, difficulty of 15. As you notice that...
Perception, okay.
As you notice that Chieftain Kudov and Borf, they're walking away a little bit and talking in a little bit more of hushed tones.
Oh, that's a good one.
It is. You manage to block out all of the sounds around you from all the conversation, the little bit of commotion of your companions taking down things from the camels and whatnot, and you hear this distant whisper of some sort of plot going on between Chieftain Kudov and Bort, where the chieftain says something along the lines of, "Well, if you're not going to be moving back, then at least help me keep things the way they are. There's two boys who are growing far too old to stay around. You can take them in your caravan and trade them with the city." And Bort just seems to agree with the plan.
I take note of that, but I d- don't feel the need to share it with the rest of the party just yet. I'll just keep a note of that.
As best as you can tell, whatever is going on between them really does not concern you at all, but it's an interesting little piece of conversation that helps you understand really what's the dynamic here is. Yes, you're going to say something?
No, only that I wanted to ask about those things among the people in the village, but it is much more interesting to learn all of that through observation.
Oh, sure, yeah. Speaking of observation, it doesn't take long for all of you to notice that despite all of this commotion that is going on, there does seems to be two persons that are not at all interested in the commotion. They're actually coming back from a little trek around the oasis and into one of the houses. You look at them. They don't seem like they're from around here. They definitely don't fit. It's a Char and a Skitravi, a rat folk. They seem to notice that the caravan has arrived and they talk to one another like in hushed tones before they decide to just go back indoors. And this seems to be the two persons Eliath was talking about. But otherwise, after everything is taken down from the camels and the camels are brought to the oasis to drink some water and everything else, you wait for a little while before Bort finally comes to the five of you to address the party finally. And once he's amongst all of you, then finally he starts going, "Well, welcome to Chipped Ridge Village. This is, like I said before, my home, where I hail from. None
Looks
of
cozy.
it is what it is."
Love what you've done to the place. Looks intense. Get it?
There's a lot of people here. He seemed happy to see you.
Yes, I suppose I'm one of the few sons that my father had that he still, cares to have any kind of contact with.
I know, having a big family. Do you mind asking what happened to the other ones? What do Uggs do when they get too old for the, I guess, tribe? Sorry, my language if I mispronounced that.
My siblings, you mean?
Yes.
Well, I just bring them to Mercantis, and some people are in need of workforce. And some people, well, see an opportunity to educate some people, to change lives. Of course, always in self-interest. What better way to keep playing the political game and destabilize all the desert tribes and villages than to getting one of their own under your wings?
Out of curiosity, who keeps the money? Do you bring some back to the village? I mean, from the sale of the children.
He looks up at you, Dusk, because, like it or not, Bort is short for an orc. He looks up at you, kind of with a furrowed brow, almost as if he didn't quite enjoy your question, but he answers anyways. I keep most of the money, of course. Some of it I bring back to the village in the form of, well, medicine and other things that they need. My main job is as a trader, you see.
Oh, sorry if I offended. I was really just curious. Any matters of money just fill me with curiosity. I saw. Yeah, I didn't mean to offend, by the way.
You're one
Pardon
of
my
them.
cousin's language. He can be a bit insensitive.
He
I'm calling you cousin. I know it's not, but it's funny. So.
Bort looks at you, Dust, with renewed interest. He kind of analyzes you for a little bit. You're of them treasure hunters, aren't you?
Well, I would like to call myself one. Yes. Well,
Have you
I
had?
come from a much smaller village than this one, and we didn't have much. And I'm very curious about what the world has to offer from its material goods side.
He looks at the rest of you to see if anyone else is sort of interested in this conversation that is going on before looking back at you, Dust. And what say you? Have you had any luck finding the desert rose yet?
Not just yet, but getting there. This job, I think it's going to be a very important step towards that. For now, I'm also just learning, so forgive me for some of my questions. I just don't know much. I want to learn.
Sorry, but looks like your dad doesn't have just one rose, but a garden over here. Is that typical for like your people to have multiple wives?
Not particularly, no. Multiple wives, yes, just not a whole village of wives. My father has decided to do things a little bit differently. And I imagine that, for better or for worse, Chipped Ridge Village days are counted. Whenever my father passes, things here will change dramatically, for better or for worse.
Are you planning to step into his footsteps then? You don't sound pleased with this.
How many of these women are your sisters?
Be careful what you
All of
ask.
them.
You see that Bort actually cocks his head to the side and looks upward, up into the corner, trying to think before he just shakes the thought away. Well, I don't know. Depends on if by the time the old man bites the dust, if I'll have become a citizen of Mercantis or not. I'll have a
What
better
do you
life down
mean
there.
if I've become? Aren't you one? You told me last year one.
And you
I'm
believed
just
me.
testing. I know. We knew. We knew from the start.
There were a few things about your story that didn't make sense.
Old dwarf thing was kind of off, honestly.
Eh. Well, I definitely didn't make it as a citizen with my knowledge of the political landscape, my arena abilities, anything else. So all I have left is my ability to perform trade and my good charms. Maybe one of these will pay off someday. But
Well, we're in the same boat then, all trying to get the citizenship, so we get there.
Same wagon.
well, that is fair. Though I do like you and all of you for all your quirks. Maybe I will hire you all again if I need guards and some companionship for other longer trade routes.
Sure, I think we'll do that, but this time tell us the truth. That will help. No hard feelings, though.
There's not much to tell really. As it
No, I
usually
mean-
goes, the real story, the truth is way more boring.
A tale for another time, then, I guess.
Speaking of tales for other times, while here you are under my responsibility as part of my trading caravan, and I would prefer if you didn't cause any trouble around the village, so I don't want to sound rude when I say this, but keep to yourselves.
Close friend. We would never.
If
But what about Elif? Elif said that we should go and check out Gavros and Vanek.
Oh, of course. What I mean more so is, don't strike up conversation with the wives or the other orcs. If
Couldn't even if I wanted to.
oh, I suppose that's right. Silly me. Just if father sees you talking to the wives, he might get the wrong idea and think you're some kind of competition, and things would not go well. But the other two, the traders, they're not from here, so knock yourselves out. Otherwise, we should have some. Your tents, we'll set them up somewhere nearby. If you want to sleep indoors for a change, we can also procure up a house for you all to bunker down in, and I think we might have something to fit your size stack.
Oh, that's nice.
Otherwise, well, there's not much to do, I don't think, but enjoy your time at Chipped Ridge Village. And once again, thank you for, well, the voyage here. Make yourselves at home, but not too much at home. And Bort just kinda waves goodbye to all of you, turns around to go join his kindred for a moment, and you are left there. The camels are resting from their journey. All of the LIF and Squire, they're talking to one another and kinda unsure at what distance to tail Borf to partake in the trading as well. And well, the other two traders, the Char and the Skitravi, they also come out to join in on the trading with Bort as well. They are all there. And for better or for worse, you're gonna be staying around for a day or maybe two, perhaps, while all the trade is conducted before the caravan returns to Mercantis. Have you guys got any plans in mind?
Tack wants to go and talk to the traders and see what they're trading.
Is anyone else coming along?
I'll
yeah,
go.
I actually wanted to ask for that. Yeah, I want to see if there's anything I could buy from the traders.
I need
Oh.
to visit my fellow traders, so see what they're doing.
And there's a sweet fuck all I can do in the middle of nowhere. Or in the middle of everything.
Do you say that in character?
Yes, he curses very loudly.
I don't think fuck all is an expression that Char used, so probably not.
Are
Okay.
all. There you go.
And the car, are you going with everyone else?
Of course. I
Okay.
have nothing else to do at the
Unfortunately,
moment. I need to look
go on.
and I'd like to look around anyway, so might
Okay.
as well go.
There's really nothing to do here. This place is a bore. It's kinda sucks. The only really good thing about this is that it's a well-paying job and it's easy compared to other kinds of jobs that people have. You know that this is a sort of remote traded route, but one of the few that are kinda good. And it's very exclusive also because apparently Chieftain Kudov does not want to trade with anyone else other than Bort. But there are many other trade routes and many other villages to trade with, but those trade routes are a little bit more contested and, well, more prone to bandit attacks as well. Not to mention that not all villages are peaceful and willing to trade, so some villages are straight up hostile and will either not trade, attack anyone that approaches on site, or be in little wars with the other villages, which makes both trading with them impossible, but also blocks a huge region of the desert where traversing through it is just not advisable. But those are some other trade routes. This one is a good one, even though there's very little to do here.
Short, nothing interesting. But pays well for the lack of anything to do.
Well, speaking of interesting things, whenever you approach, you see that the Skitravi, Venek, he's already going through all of the things that Bort has brought with the trading caravan, and he's buying a lot of little implements. And the Char that's with him also seems to be looking around to see if Bort has some things. He buys some alchemical ingredients here and there, but he seems mostly disgruntled from what you guys can tell, and disappointed that he's not quite finding the things he wants. Then, whenever they're making their way back, they kind of stop on their tracks, seeing all five of you coming their way, and they seem very intent on talking to you, as a matter of fact. They actually make a detour to go directly towards all five of you.
Then I step up and try to lure them in. Hey, you look like one of my cousins. Are you? I have a lot. And I wave at the other red folk.
Venek, the red folk,
Is that
he...
racist? I can't even tell.
The other Skitravi, he looks at you and he nods, looking up and down at you. Well, yeah, but you look a little bit more roughed. More... well... Are you from the city?
Trying to be. You know how it is.
Huh. I don't think I've seen you around there before. Huh.
Yeah.
Well. I mean, always good to meet another one of ours, but I don't know that you are indeed or not my cousin. I think you could be. But that's not here nor there. Hi, I'm Venik. This is my friend and business partner Gavros, and we need more business partners willing to risk their lives, which could be all 5 of you. Do you have a minute to hear our proposal? It's a good one, let me tell you.
Sure, I'm ready to join a religion. Let's go.
Alright, let's join the religion of science. I have need of something that can be harvested here in, well, not here, but close by. There's a kind of a rocky outcropping nearby. It's just, a few hours trek from here, and there's things we need from there, and it's kinda not good to go on our own. I'm not a fighter. My friend here, he's big, but he's also not a fighter. I mean, he could blow things up, but we are trying not to blow things up. On the contrary, we're trying actually to make things blow up in a bigger scale, but not here, elsewhere. Sorry, didn't even ask your names.
Oh, it's fine. I love your rambling. My name's Basil, and those are my friends. We are guards with that guy over there, and he points to Bort. But before we get to your wonderful proposal, can I ask, where were you looking through? What was in the car? What were you trading? Any goods?
Oh, just, bits and bobs, things we need. I needed a little bit of linen and then some other paper to write things in, and I needed ink, and I needed, what was it? Food, yeah, I needed some, jerky that they bring from the city, because the thing that grows here is not quite to my liking. I like something with a little bit more sustenance, and substance, actually, also. And, what was it that I was looking into? Oh, yeah, I also needed pickaxes. They don't have that, would you believe it or not?
No, I cannot. Wow, it's crazy.
Well, then again,
self-respecting person comes all this way without a pickaxe.
I suppose it makes sense. Technically, the orcs here, they just do plantation and hunting. They don't really do mining, but oh well. If they had mining equipment like a pickaxe, I would be, well, very interested in buying it. And if they also had like some kind of better ranged weapons like crossbows and other such things, but because you see, the proposition that I have for you all is to go to a place, get some minerals that grows in the rocks, well, grows is not like the wrong term at all. It is what it does, after all, just differently, because there's some magical influences in the area, and it's good because it creates a lot of things to harvest. The problem with all this magical influence in the area is that it also creates things that wants to kill you, and we are not in the business of being killed, which is why we need you all to go and do that for us. Does that make sense?
That sounds lovely. What's the reward, my friend? My cousin.
Oh, the reward of, of course, depends what you're in the market for. You're in the market for money, maybe some of the things we come up with as part of that, because you see, the things we want you to get, the minerals, we're going to use them to make bombs. So if you want bombs, we can also trade them for you. I mean, depending on how many bombs we might end up making, and if you're going to stick around for a while, because maybe if the ingredients are not too stable, we might end up making making a lot of bombs, maybe not too many bombs, and maybe it takes like a week to make bombs. Who knows? Like, we don't have all of alchemist equipment and laboratory here to perform all of these experiments. What we have is like a portable little kit, so it might take a while. I don't know. But if you want bombs and you're staying for a while, we can also trade you for bombs. I mean, the new ones that we'll be making, because the old ones, they're gone. If you want money, I mean, we have some, but there's very little to trade with money here, so who knows. If you need alchemical supplies here, also Gavros has some alchemical supplies it could fix you with. Maybe some healing potions as well. I think you might need some. You look all like adventurers, and adventurers, from what I hear, they love their healing potions. Isn't that right, Gavros?
Yes, healing potions.
And the big Char, he just kind of nods and says, yeah, if you need healing potions, we have a few to trade. And if you need more than just a few healing potions, we can make more. I mean, healing potions don't take that long to make, and the ingredients are plentiful, unlike in saltpeter, which is what we want you to go and get.
You can stop selling me on it. We already sold. Let me discuss this with my team, and we get right back at you. Got it?
Oh, of course. I'll be, Do you see that building over there? It looks like every other building here. It's square and kind of made of stone. But that's where we are staying at. If you have, take your time, discuss your things. We'll be over there because, I need to bring all of these things that I'm carrying with me back to my, makeshift laboratory and start to look into a little bit more of the process of making bombs. And because you seem very interested in working for us, I'll also be working on fashioning a little bit of a map with directions. I think those will be helpful.
All right, we'll keep in touch.
Okay. See you later, friends. Bye. And he
Bye.
walks off, and Gavriel, who stays behind, looks at all of you. He just nods. Sorry, Venix's a bit of a blabbermouth.
That's fine. I'm used to it.
Yes.
If we were to work for money, how much would it be of money per person?
Well, I suppose depends on how much saltpeter you can bring back, but I can't give you quite a good estimate, but maybe 50 gold pieces per pound. There's plenty of it to be had over there. Some of it might be harder to reach or more protected. We don't need a whole lot, so just bring whatever you can, and we'll be paying 50 gold per pouch. I think that per pound. I think that sounds kind of fair.
This
And
is
you
your
say you don't
offers?
have much.
Yeah, we're out of saltpeter. It's a shame, really. It grows just around the corner from this village, but like Venix said, he and I are not warriors. I'm an alchemist by trade, and he's a trader.
Right. Yes. So I guess you're here for the saltpeter?
Yeah, we're
Amazing.
Here.
Amazing.
here to harvest some, and the ship-rich people don't seem particularly bothered that we're trying to mine it. So that has been our endeavor for the past week.
So you've been here for the past week, and I have another question.
Yeah, what's up?
You don't seem to get along with locals. You keep away. Is there a reason for that?
Just the chieftain, he seems odd. He doesn't seem very keen on us strangers interacting with the other people here. Aside from, heavily supervised interactions. If he's not around, we prefer to just not interact with anyone. I think
Yeah, I'm getting the
he's...
feeling that it's a bit awkward.
It seems like he's very... What's the word? Insecure.
It seems that way, considering there are even odd rules in here.
Yeah, I'm not going to think about that too hard.
Well, but also on top of that, I really have no interest in talking to the people here. Like it or not, they don't have much to offer in the way of conversation. And the very few that can speak common, it's not particularly fun hearing broken common for any length of time.
Do you know what the deal is with the no swearing rule here?
Ah, yes, I don't know exactly what the deal is, but it would seem some time ago, someone, maybe the first wife herself or someone else has hallowed the land here specifically to protect against the spirits that are, protecting the saltpeter we want to mine, but also to ward off against would-be invaders and other tribes, other villages over here. And I'm not 100% sure why that is the case, but, well, if you curse here, say bad words, it comes with a bad headache. Not sure why that is, but, well, that has made me change my manners real fast.
Physical
Oh.
headache.
Yes.
Or like, oh god, oh no.
Um,
I would like to whisper very quietly to myself so nobody hears a swear word in Orcish language.
Alright. So, Dust, you do this. When no one's looking, you kinda just whisper in Orcish some, just some colloquial curse word. Nothing too spicy, but also nothing too, too childish either. Just some passing word, and you feel pain. You actually feel nauseated for a little while, and you don't understand why, but you suffer 4 points of psychic damage.
Amazing.
You feel nothing really happens to you, but you feel physically like you've been shook tremendously. Almost like if you just woke up after a very, very brutal beatdown at the arena. Even though your body does not hurt, so your head is pounding.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna go sit down on the caravan for a moment.
What happened?
Hudson, you don't
I
look
can
good.
take a guess.
Yeah. Another learning experience.
All right, at least we know now. Come here. I have a old family recipe. It helps with headache. And he just hands you 5 ibuprofens.
What's that?
Where?
What's that?
I mean, lay on hands. Yes, there we go. Let me heal that.
Okay.
So, Basil, as you examine Dust, he looks kind of alright, but at a glance he looks alright. But when you examine him a little bit closer, you see that his eyes are bloodshot.
Oh no.
Like you
You get
see,
some...
all the white parts of his eyes are completely red now, almost as if he suffers some sort of weird internal bleeding.
Yeah.
That does not look good. I'm not a doctor, but I've seen this. Not well.
Well, I guess that's what happens when you invoke the power of God to enforce polite manners.
And anime?
I was tempted to play the sound clip that we have, but it has swearing in it.
But next time.
As all of this happens and everyone's attention is diverted to Basil and Dust, Gavros, he just kinda... You see him smirking a toothy grin and say, "Yep, I learned my lesson the hard way too." Well, in any case,
And it is the same in common as well. I tried in Orcish.
oh, well, when I cursed, it was in common. So, I think it works in every language. Whatever enchantment they have got going on here, it seems to, well, to not care for whatever language you speak in.
Only for the intention. I
So
see.
they automatically know what languages. That's interesting.
Well, I would be careful around that. This is apparently some passed down knowledge that Bort told us about. None of the locals were willing to explain why that is or what exactly happened, and maybe there's more rules that we don't know of. And if at all possible, I would prefer to keep my internal organs intact. So, I'm not much for experimentation. Not with whatever this is. Well, in any
Yeah, we
case, Gavros, that's me. Vanek, he talked about the saltpeter and everything else and making bombs, but honestly, we're in the lookout for just any, well, rare plants as well. Anything you see out and about, that will be helpful too. If you think you see anything weird or different, or if you have anything weird or different, some kind of alchemical component or ingredient over there, well, I'd be willing to trade for that as well.
Not a chemist, but I've seen some useful chemical components in my time. So I sold some, so I'll look out for them.
Sure. In any case, I'll return to our little makeshift lab, and when you're done taking care of your friend, feel free to, well, show up. Also, do forgive Vanek for his excessive speech. I know he can be grating on some people, but he does not mean zeal.
It's not a bug, it's a feature of our kind. You just have to learn to control it, I guess, if you want to sell people stuff. It's just a tip.
Well, I think he actually uses that in his favor somehow.
Weird. It didn't work for me. For me, it was the opposite. People did not like me talking and going off on tangents.
Why, yes, we have a racial speech impediment by which we speak really, really quickly.
Yep.
In any case, you're refreshing company in this place, so despite that, I do hope you will come by so we can have more conversations later.
I'd like to talk to you. You know a lot of things about alchemy and machines, yes?
Alchemy, yes. Machines, not quite so. I know a thing or two, but not that much. Maybe Vanek knows a thing about machines. I think he might have worked in the trade for a while.
I see.
Well,
He sounds disappointed.
I'll try and rack up my brain for whatever I can remember about machines. In any case, there's not much to see here, but, well, this is the oasis. This is the palm tree I like to take walks around of, use as a mile marker. And you see that Gavros kind of starts pointing out some things here and there, trying to make you guys feel a little bit more welcome in the village. And it seems like he kind of feels bad also for you guys having to quote-unquote suffer through Vanek's antics and causing Dust's eyes to bleed and everything else. And he kind of seems to try and make up for it. But otherwise, this seems to be the only quote-unquote normal company you have here. Other than, of course, Eliath and Squire, who you came to the village with. So, Basil, I believe you gave your ibuprofen to Dust, right?
Yes. How do I target him because his token's not on the map and I can't find him?
Oh, yeah, sorry, I already like manually healed myself, but
Ah, okay. That's good too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if your token is not on the map, you can just put things into chat, and you guys can always just talk it out as well.
Okay.
It all works. Like any Bethesda
just
game, it just
works.
works. So,
Thanks, Todd.
are you guys going through with this of hearing the proposition that the two have, or have you guys got any other plans in mind for now?
I
Well, I think we
suppose
should.
if there is nothing to do in here, then you might as well do that. Earn some coin for us while we wait for board to carry us forward. So yeah, I'd say we do it, but you know, what do you think, people?
Down for a side quest.
I think it would be very profitable.
It sounds better than the stimulating conversation that apparently is not on offer.
Yep.
Yeah, LFG, as the kids say.
All right. So, Basil, as part of your lay on hands feature, the way that it works is that you have an amount of. Well, you do know how it works, or do you not?
I have 5 for now, 5 users, and I get it back on a long rest. That's what I know so far.
No, you don't have uses. You have
Oh,
you have 5 hit points times your level of a pool of hit points you can give away. So to
Oh.
heal Dust 4 hit points, you have to give away 4 hit points, which would leave you
Okay.
with 1.
how many did you heal? Like how you took
4.
the-
So
yeah,
you still
yeah,
have a full 1 hit point left.
Yeah,
So-
it's 1-to-1.
Okay,
Yeah.
sure.
Thank you, cousin.
Take my blood.
So you sure
Well-
you're just
I'm pretty sure it's brother and whatever.
It is
Semantic.
Like brother-in-law, you say?
brother-in-law, but my character calls everybody cousin who is a red folk and Dust. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Carrot Stitch.
Even
well-
at this first level, you can still do the thing where you can spend 5 hit points to cure an affliction, which are a disease or poison.
Mhm.
So that's
so the pool just grows with my level, basically.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
limits how much I can heal. Okay, yeah, sure. I'm good with the 4 for now.
for every paladin level you have, you gain 5 hit points
Okay.
to your pool. All right.
You restore it with short rest or long rest? I'm reading through it quickly. Long rest, unfortunately. Okay.
The long eep.
So, going over to the to the trader duo, Gavros and Vanek, they go through the whole Gavros kind of just lets Vanek do the whole explanation and do most of the talking, and he does do the talking. He goes through everything he had just told you, and he rehashes everything, explaining that he needs you guys to go to an area where there are spirits that will probably want to not let you take away its saltpeter, but they want this saltpeter, so they need people who are able to defend themselves to go and take it from the spirits. And they are willing to pay. And before you go, if you want, you can also just get some healing potions from them. And what else? Oh yeah, and they like give you the proper directions to the place if you're willing.
Yeah, directions are good.
So, healing potions. The regular healing potion for D&D is the classical 2d4 plus 2, and that costs 50 gold pieces. But they have a little Vigor of Health, which is a baby healing potion. It's not great. It's only 1d4 plus 1 worth of healing, but it's only 10 gold pieces.
Hack will buy one.
I'd rather save money. We'll need it in the city.
How much is it? Sorry.
10 gold pieces.
Only 10. That's a steal.
I'm gonna get one. I have exactly 10.
Yep, I'll take one too.
Alright. Still little me forgot to create the item, so I'm gonna do that real quick. Just go ahead and deduct the money from your character sheets for however many you're buying and post that in chat,
Wait,
please.
it's 50.
I was just looking for it.
It doesn't exist yet, I'm importing it. Give me just a moment. But yeah, the potion of healing is 2d4 plus 2 for 50, and the potion of vigor is 10, but it heals half, potentially.
I'll take one potion of vigor then, deducting 10.
Alright. The other fun thing that I'm doing with these potions of healing is that they whenever you use one as an option, you can also roll a hit die and restore that with the potion as well.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
So the potion of healing allows you to, well, each healing potion allows you to roll up to however many hit dice as you're rolling dice for the potion. So the potion of healing allows you to roll 2 hit die, and the potion of vigor allows you to roll 1 hit die and recover that. Which is not a lot, but in the middle of combat it comes in handy. Okay, so Trakar, had you bought any of these?
As I said, no, I'm saving money for the city.
Okay. Tak, you're buying how
Guys,
many?
you know, we'll need to pay for the roof and above our heads.
True.
I bought one.
Of which?
The Vigor.
Okay.
I can't afford anything else.
No one starts with 50 gold pieces.
Yep.
It's crazy talk.
Dust, are you buying any potions?
Yeah, the vigor one.
Okay.
What is this Pathfinder nonsense where you can afford
Potions.
potions
Amazing.
first level?
Basil, how many of which are you getting?
One vigor, waiter, please. I'll have what they're having.
Okay, 1 potion of vigor. And Atticus, are you buying potions as well?
I'm fine.
No potions, I see.
I don't know, for some reason people recommended I keep healing surge as a fighter feature, so I get to heal myself for free. Hooray!
Ooh-sa.
Okay, so everyone who got the potion, so Basil, Dust, and Tak, deduct 10 gold pieces from your inventories, and you have 1 potion of vigor with you. And on top of that, you also have the directions to the place where they said that the, what's it called? where the
Saltpeter.
the saltpeter can be found at. Venek seems incredibly excited with this prospect of, getting his hands on some saltpeter. Not right away, but soon enough, and he just says, "Oh, and remember, the saltpeter can be a little bit, explosive and volatile depending on how you do it. So if you could probably not use fire around it, that would be for the best. And I don't think it's toxic, so you can just handle it with your hands. That's fine. Shouldn't be too much of a worry. But yeah, we'll be waiting for it. The sooner you get better, the better for everyone. You get back, the better for everyone. That's what I meant. Also, be careful with the spirits. Like I said, they pack a punch. From what we heard and learned. It was painful. But in any case, I'm sure you'll be fine. There are probably not that many spirits, but if they do start showing up, like, a bunch of spirits for whatever reason, you never know, do run. They do pack a punch, like I said, and I would prefer to get the saltpeter back than to have to, wait for more travelers to come by and, send someone else to recover whatever you left back there. So,
Yeah. We got it. We'll get the salt, but
We know stuff. We won't put it in water or else it'll dissolve. We know. It's okay.
I sort of crouch down.
The
and
water
sort of-
about and stuff. That is not in the oasis.
I sort of crouch down and sort of lean forward and sort of, in a somewhat serious tone, ask, how many corpses of previous attempts am I going to encounter?
Well, thus far none, but, this is not the first time I heard about this kind of ventures of people going and, dying on the way, and people having just had more people, and the new people having to, deal with the previous failures as part of, a little bit of rousing. Hey, let's keep going. This is where people die, so let's avoid that area. Sometimes it's useful as a marker, sometimes it isn't, though it's kind of bad for the morale. But, that's the stories I hear from the people who keep searching for this desert rose. That's not us. We're looking for saltpeter and we know where it is, so that shouldn't be a problem. Unless, of course, the spirits are too angry, but they shouldn't be.
Well, if you really want to, Atticus, you can be the first one. I can help.
Oh no.
Dust.
Well, in case we cannot run away, is there any way to punch back on the spirits? Or are they, completely unpunchable?
Oh, no, they're completely punchable, yeah.
I don't think they're ghosts.
Yep.
You see, I call them spirits more so because I don't know exactly what to call them or how to determine what they are, but it's more like the rocks in the region, they get inhabited by this spirit, and, the spirits kind of just control the rocks around them. The rocks just kind of move around, and they go punching things, and like I said, they pack a punch because, getting punched by a rock is not fun, from what I hear, that is.
That's why you needed a pickaxe.
Yeah, exactly. The pickaxe is mostly for taking the saltpeter out of the region, harvesting. But if you can, take the pickaxe to the spirits, they'll probably split the rocks. Should be good. I hope. I also hear that you can break rocks with hammers, but they are big rocks. It should work if you punch it hard enough or bang it hard enough. Do any of you have warhammers?
Have a mace.
We have a big guy. He'll do it.
I should be fine then. Yeah. If you don't have pickaxes, try using hammers or something like that to the spirits, the rocks. It should break them apart. If it doesn't break them apart, then, well, you have the pickaxes or whatever. I don't know. Just try it out. See what happens. But try not to use fire. It can be explosive.
Got it.
Okay. I'll be waiting for it. It might take a while, so I'm gonna make tea. Lots of it. Well, see ya. Bye. And
Goodbye.
he says bye and waves his hand, but he doesn't move because he's inside their laboratory. He's mostly just kind of politely pushing you to go and do the thing.
Let's go, gang. Let's split up.
Let's go in tonight.
Just a very quick question. You said that the ingredients for this potion are plentiful here. Can you, if we brought you some of those herbs, would you maybe consider brewing some of them for us?
For more potions of healings for you guys? Sure. I mean, not for free. I'll give you a discount, but yeah.
Awesome. Oh, I'm eager to go.
Okay. I mean, here, I think this might be helpful as well. You know, you look like a capable bunch. And he pulls a little note list from his back pocket and hand it to you guys, which are just more ingredients. A list of names of flowers and plants and other such things that can be used alchemically to make all kinds of shenanigans. And he hands that to you. If you find any of these, bring them. And I'll see what I can make if it's fast enough, and I'll make them for you at half price.
Woohoo! Now we're talking.
But otherwise, that's it. After unless you guys have any more things you want to ask or do.
I would like to ask him if he has like a hammer lying around. I only have a sword and don't think the rock's gonna care for that one.
He does, yes. I mean,
Not
not
try to borrow it from him.
not him, but Bort's caravan does.
Ah, yeah, okay.
Squire, the big hobgoblin, he does have a warhammer, I'll say.
Right? Then I excuse myself and just walk over to the squire to see if I can borrow this one for half a day. I'll bring it back, I swear.
He looks a little bit quizzically at you and then says, okay, but can you do me a favor in return?
Of course, my little friend, what do you need?
Can you're friends with the big no, can you put in a good word for me with him? So, you know, if he goes back to the arena and we're in the city together, we might, you know, pair up and such together.
With you?
Yeah, with me.
Well, of course, I can. Say, are you a fan of him? Looks starstruck.
He's just such a big no. I've never seen a no so big, and I'm kind of curious to see how he fights and how he does things.
I'll talk to him.
Thank you, Basil. You're a swell guy, and please do take care of my warhammer. It's dear to me.
I'll bring it back. I swear on my 500 cousins.
All
He-
of them?
Every one of them.
He looks
Just
past your
read off 500 names. Sorry.
He looks past your statement and lends you his warhammer anyways. He, you know, is staying around. There's no real reason for him to have a warhammer. But Basil, you see that his warhammer has a little religious symbol inscribed upon it.
Ooh.
And only now you you think about it and you realize that, oh yeah, you did see Squire praying every now and then during the journey. Somehow that just went right over your head, but he is a man of the cloth to a degree.
Ah.
The violent kind. To be
Man
walking
of the
with
plate
this.
mail.
I'm sorry, I had noticed the little symbol. You mind telling me what deity is this? I saw you pray. I didn't want to, be nosy.
Oh, do you wanna know about it?
Sure.
Well, when I was a young little lad, I used to be very afraid of the dark. It wasn't particularly fun. So I looked for ways to, get over this fear, and I was told to look for the Lady of Light. And I wasn't particularly interested in, devoting myself to a cause. I just wanted to get over the fear of the dark, and eventually I learned that there was more to it than just shining light on the dark. It was more about lighting the darkness within, and that changed my view on things. And I realized that even in broad daylight, there are people shrouded in darkness, and they could use a little bit of help and guidance. And I started to, well, work for the Lady of Light to bring this light to people who need it. And he goes on a little lengthy ass explanation of his worshiping of this goddess that you're not particularly sure about. You have heard of the gods, the deities here and there, but you can't say that you're all that familiar with this Lady of Light.
I give some vague noises and nod, but pretend to know what I'm talking about. Like, she sounds nice. I guess the light never leaves its champions, right?
Oh, you can be sure of it. Never, ever, ever. Ever since the Lady of Light has been in my life, and I have had this Warhammer, I am still afraid of the dark, but now I have the bravery required to wade through it and perform my duties.
I love that for you, and I'll try to bring the Warhammer back before night breaks, just in case.
Yep. He nods and agrees with that, but it doesn't take long before both of you, Basil and Squire, notice the rest of the group kind of just impatiently with their arms crossed, a little bit far removed, but just like waiting on you. And eventually he just lets you go with your promise of returning his Warhammer, and you can set out to go to the place.
Got it. You need the thing in my inventory if you have time.
Oh yeah, I need to import that. Sorry. It's a little bit nondescript. The region. This area is not just sand. There's sand, but there's also like little rock outcrops and formations here and there. Little canyons, but like not big canyons, just rock walls that go like some 60, 80 feet in height here and there. And you keep following the directions that the duo have given you towards the place. And is there anything that you guys talk with one another or prepare in advance as you approach this location? While I import things here to Mallows?
I mean, I just kind of keep a lookout for these weird rocks that might have spirits in them, but I've never seen anything like that before, so I have no idea what that's like.
Same, I just have
It's
my
exactly
weapons.
like it is. It's a rock with a spirit in it.
I hear
see.
some of them have faces. Or no,
That's
wait, that might have been a
fascinating.
mock. My god, it's amazing. Anyway, Atticus is gonna, because he's a madman with cartography proficiency, though I don't think the game actually starts me with cartography supplies.
I don't
Curse
think
you,
it does.
backgrounds. Backgrounds giving you tool proficiencies and then not giving you the tool. Blah. Yeah.
What were you gonna
Atticus
do?
is going to just update the map we were handed.
Updated?
Oh, sure.
With landmarks that he's seen on the way.
Yeah, the map he gives you is more like just crude directions. Less so a map, more so written instructions.
Okay.
Vanek doesn't seem to be that artistically inclined, but then you kind of turn the page to the opposite side and then you start drawing with whatever little implements you can find here and there. Actually drawing a map, putting in landmarks and things. Especially the things you notice, because his directions, from what you're gathering, are just go here to get to the place in the shortest time possible, but it's not particularly the safest way, and you start annotating the map with safer directions, just so none of you break a leg or a neck as you climb up and down some of these rock formations to get to the place itself. While getting to the place is not particularly hard in any way, shape, or form, it's very kind of sort of straightforward after all of you with your navigation expertise do. Two things start to bother you all a little bit. The first is the fact that it's night time now.
It is.
The full moon shines in the sky, today being Friday the 13th in game. There's a bright moon shining over the land, which does illuminate some of the area, but not that much. It's still kind of hard to see. Thankfully, all of you are able to see in the dark, but it's kind of sort of unpleasant to be trekking into wild territory like this. But the other thing that does bother you guys more than this is the fact that the temperature drops significantly out of nowhere with every few moments that you're walking. The temperature keeps dropping and dropping until it's particularly very cold. You do not want to be caught outside like this for far too long.
Since I'm from desert, I assume I brought some spare clothes for the night because this happens every day. So I just put on my jacket.
Yes, I assume all of you do have clothing to make traveling in the night a little bit easier. But not only that, you you are somewhat warming yourselves up just with the walking and exercise that you're doing. What you would not like to do, though, is spend the whole night outside. That would be bad.
I can agree to that.
As for which moon is full, there are two moons, Grotto and Massacre. The one that's full is Massacre. Which is the one that has the shorter thingy? I don't remember. It doesn't matter all
I
that
think
much.
it's a longer cycle.
In any case, what with there being true moons, they sometimes overlap, but most often than not, they don't really overlap, which does provide plenty of opportunities for night traders like yourselves to be traveling in this dark, which is kind of cool. But also kind of sad that you can't just find jobs like this all the time. You kind of have to time them with the phases of the moon, because that's when people are more frequently traveling. Nonetheless, after a bit of trekking, you do get to a location that is the location that has been indicated to you. There's a little bit of a valley between two large rocks to either side. It's not tall, or it's not deep, but it is wide. And when you get to this point, all of you notice that there is a bit of a shine to the walls. And you recognize that these must be the things that they want you to mine.
Well, that's one thing found. I haven't seen any plants about.
Oh, those might be the bad rocks.
Do you want to look around before we start the mining? Because, the spirits might be close. And
I think that's a good idea.
Yep.
Yeah, best not have our backs turned while the rocks sneak up on us. That is a weird sentence.
Yep.
Is that a thing everyone is doing then?
Drawing my weapons and having a look-see.
I use one action to pull out my rapier. I use my another action. I'm joking.
Wrong game, baby.
Woo.
So everyone who wants to look around for things that may or may not be there, who knows?
Yeah. I don't really have tools, so I would like to do that.
Okay. Everyone can go ahead and give me a perception check. I'll call the difficulty of this 18.
Before we do that, I'll illuminate the area more with dancing lights.
Ah, that should help.
Good, good, good.
Yep, that means we don't have disadvantage to look at things in dim light.
Very good. I'm blind, apparently.
Woo!
Oh, there we go.
Wow, look at all of you with these delicious
Yours
rolls.
not 20, baby.
So, while everyone else is mostly just concerned with what shape this living rocks might take, the rest of you, well, by the rest of you I mean Trakar and Dust, the two of you try to take a more outlandish approach. Instead of just looking for rocks with faces on them or anything like that, instead you try to just see if there's any part of the ground that is shaking, moving, or look like it's sliding. You don't even discount little bugs or just the wind moving things around. You really try to attune to the land around yourselves. And lo and behold, you do notice that there are little patches of the ground that does seems to be kind of moving around a little bit and sliding. Some pebbles that seems to kind of just be jumping up and down in motion and approaching you all.
Oh no.
Uh-huh.
I go back to my mining friends and let them know that the spirits are coming. Are they like going? I assume they are going straight towards the direction of the mining sounds, right?
I don't think we started mining. I think we were looking for things.
Specifically said we're looking before.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. At first,
Yeah.
before you even started mining, all of you just decided to try and look first, and you did
Okay.
spot them.
Then, yeah. Are they moving in our direction or like in random directions?
They seem to be moving directly towards you.
Okay. Yeah. Then I'll relay that to the rest of the party.
Okay.
Question: is there a point in using divine sense? I can just tell what kind they are, right? Or if they're around at all.
Yeah, you can just tell if things are around and of specific types.
Yeah. If it's not one of the types that you can sense divinely, you're not going to get anything.
All right.
Which is celestial fiends or undeads. That's it, I believe.
I don't assume that fits, so I'm not doing it.
All right.
Yeah, I'm tempted to say it's an elemental.
Yep.
So, Trakar and Dust, the two of you quickly you clock 3 little rock slides, very localized, tiny rock slides going towards you, which is weird in the flat terrain, but you notice this. And thanks to Trakar's dancing lights shining a little bit of light on the area, you can tell exactly that there's 3 of these little shakies in the ground, and there seems to be a 4th one further away, trying to make its way towards you guys.
The sandworms are coming. Oh no.
So,
Wrong franchise.
Can we stop them before they get here?
they seem to be gliding from all over the place, so they're kind of surrounding you guys. Hold on, I'm just doing some things here to load up the map. Yeah.
Okay. Should we? I asked the group while that goes on. Should we climb on the rock? Is that a smart idea if it's flammable? I don't know what's in the ground.
Flammable rocks.
Just a suggestion.
What seemed to be flammable from what the guys told you is specifically the
The saltpeter.
saltpeter and the spirits.
All right.
So,
Tack touches his chest and summons his armor of Agathis for himself.
yeah, fair enough. You guys do have this preemptive action. If there's anything you want to prepare on yourselves.
Okay, if I don't have anything I can prepare on myself, would I do that?
You ping me in the map where you want your dancing lights to be.
On me?
On you, okay. That was a 10 feet light thingamajig, I believe.
Oh my god, I can see colors.
Yeah, and you can move it
Beautiful.
as per the spell, I believe. So,
Yep.
Can we reposition since we saw them early?
yeah. You can reposition.
All right, I'll move over here.
Okay, you can just move yourselves around and reposition yourselves.
Nope, it's paused.
Is it?
I moved myself.
It's very not paused.
I cannot. For me, it's paused.
Oh no.
Really?
Cannot take this action while the game is paused. Okay, thank you.
You just moved.
No, I
That
moved
was
in.
That was the powers that be.
the ghosts. Moving.
Guess I'll deal with that one.
Stop moving around.
Spin.
Okay. So, I need everyone to roll for initiative, but initiative here is gonna be done differently because I wanna try some things out with rules. So, everyone, give me a dexterity ability check.
Oh, okay. Fancy.
And likewise, I'll roll for the rocks. Okay, the highest one amongst you all is Basil with a 16.
Yep.
Oh no, the stoned spirits.
And yeah, one of the stone spirits also rolls a 16, but you guys have the second highest between the two groups, so you guys will get to go first, with Basil leading the charge. So Basil, it's your turn now. What are you doing? You see 3 enemies, and you know they have pointed out that there's an enemy coming from like to the bottom of the map, but you can't quite see it because it's out of your range of vision.
All right. I think I'll move over to the one on the right. I still cannot move. It is paused for me.
Just for
If you
funsies.
reload-
I was gonna say, Doug, try pause and unpause and see if that fixes him, but
Wait a minute.
Yeah, it's not pause. You should be able to move. I think it's just your foundry that froze up a little bit.
Yep,
Yep.
yeah,
yep.
probably missed a call somewhere that said it's unpaused now, and desynced.
Why is it's in this way, though?
Now it works. Okay, perfect.
Why is the initiative on this way? I'm so confused.
Because
Basil is first.
Doug is being weird.
I am being weird. Yeah.
Wait, no. Basil is first, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Then who's next?
One of the rock golems.
Yeah, we'll get you that when we get you that.
Just combat tracker. It's odd, but
Yeah.
I trust you.
It's a party. I think we can just ignore the combat tracker.
Alright. And attack, right?
Yeah, just click the attack
Mhm.
and chat, and it should roll the. I'll give you the option to roll the attack roll. 13, that hits. Wonderful. So here's the thing: if you're attacking with one hand, then you roll damage. If you're holding your warhammer with two hands, you go versatile.
Didn't specify. I'll do it with 2.
Well, the thing is, if you're
You have
attacking,
your shield equipped.
Yeah, okay, my bad. So,
If yes, then
you're-
it's 100.
wait, I need
yes.
to fix. I need to do 2 loadouts then with. Oops, sorry. Let me fix that.
Alright,
That's
we have a
fine.
loadout thing in this game,
it's fine.
which is nifty.
If you
Alright.
if you're holding your shield, then you're attacking with one hand, and so you roll the regular
Yep.
damage.
No, I'll do it versatile. My shield is off, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
Versatile, let's go. Normal.
And 7 points of damage to the poor little rock spirit right in front of you, Basil. Alright, that does hit.
How we go?
And you deal bunch of damage.
14
to-
damage.
Nice.
It does seems vulnerable to bludgeoning damage. As you crack on top of it with the warhammer, you see lots of cracks spreading across the surface of this little rock baby.
Let's hope I don't spark anything, huh? And blow up.
I'm moderately horrified that you dealt my hit points and damage and it's still up.
Alright, that's it, right? I don't have anything more to do.
You have still 20 feet of movement.
Well, I could move back, I guess.
That will provoke an
Opportunity
opportunity
attack.
attack. This is not Pathfinder.
Yeah. Okay, I'm staying where I am.
Okay. Alright, Basil, that aids your turn then. You stay there.
Yep.
Engage with that one rock spirit. Now it's one of them. Let's see. It's gonna be this one that is right next to you. Tack. It's gonna go next. So the way that initiative is gonna be working is that one of you guys go, then the opposition goes, so we keep alternating turns between groups.
Okay.
Alright.
So one of them is going now, and it's this guy that's right next to you, Tack. He is going to... I didn't plan this way, but it works so perfectly, I just can't not do this. He's going to walk up to you, Tack,
Okay.
and he's going to attack you.
Attack?
Wow.
What did I do to you?
He's going to attack you with his boulder punch. Let's see if he hits.
That sounds like a Pokemon attack.
It might be.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
But how it does it, dang. He will be dealing damage to you, which is... 8.
Ouchie.
So as part of
He
your...
takes 5 points of damage from Armor of Agathis, but I take 5 points off of that 8, so only take 3.
Yeah. I already did that. So you're good.
Oh.
It's cold
The
damage, right?
stone's gone.
It is cold damage.
Alright. It suffers 5 points of cold damage. Good. However, because he hit his attack, you have to make a strength saving throw attack to not get pushed.
Oh no, not the big guy falling on the small people.
It doesn't work like that. Oh my, why, -1 strike? What?
No.
Tack, you fail your saving throw. Somehow, this little rock, actually, because you're large size, you do have advantage, so you can roll that again. because it makes sense. No, you fail. I'm sorry. This little rock guy, he packs quite the punch, and when he punches you, you do get pushed back with a lot of force that you were not expecting. It's almost as if this little creature also shifts the ground around you to give you unstable footing, so you're easier to be pushed. It's odd. You would have been pushed 15 feet, but you crash against both Dust and Trakar. So instead of being pushed, you collide with them, and all three of you suffer damage.
Told you.
So 3 points of bludgeoning damage to Utak, Trakar, and Dust.
Well, that's not good.
And
no.
the light goes out.
Alright.
Is dancing light concentration? Really?
Yes.
Apparently it is.
Yes.
Wow.
Wow.
Wasn't aware of that. And
Light
that's
cantrip just strikes again.
and that's it for this little rock spirit. Okay. Basil, you were the last one to go, so you get to choose who goes next between your allies.
Who wants to go next?
No, you get to choose who goes next.
Yeah, I'm asking them. I love democracy.
Doesn't matter.
Tag you up. Go.
Tack, it's your turn.
I am going to strike at the little stone thing in front of me. Am I standing or did I fall?
No, you're standing up.
I think you're just shoved.
Mhm.
I'm going to strike at this thing.
Oh, with a mace, that's delicious.
I'd like to use some inspiration.
Sure. Reroll that attack then.
Oh wow, it doesn't have a little reroll thing.
Oh no.
No, it doesn't.
Unplayable. Uninstalling right now.
Oof.
Wow.
Not
Hey,
particularly.
thing. I miss.
All right.
Sounds standard for that.
Because you missed, you still cause half damage, so roll your damage and we'll have it.
Oh, right. Forgot about that.
I love the
I-
-1. That's
I
so
think
much.
1 is the minimum amount of damage you can deal.
Yeah.
I think.
Odd.
No, it's a half of 0.
Not divide 0.
So, Tack, you do deal some damage to the creature, not as much as you're expecting. This creature seems kinda
Tough.
tough, yeah.
As a bonus action, I'd like to drink my vigor potion.
Sure. You go ahead and heal 2 hit points. And if you want, you can roll a hit die as well.
Oh my god.
Oh boy, these rolls today. And you're not
That,
moving, are
like-
you?
Pardon?
I think that's 5-1. 5 ones in a row across 4 different types of dice.
It was.
And
Is this roll 20 luck
I
in here?
should have got lucky. But anyway, I believe that that's my turn.
okay, if you're not moving, you're staying there, then that will be your turn, yeah. Now it's one of the stone spirits. This your little guy. He slides up to you, Atticus, and he's going to attack.
Oh no. Get out of my DM.
Wow, stole my joke.
Wow. He's going to try and hit you, Atticus. That'll be a miss. So none of the crazy effects happen. He just halves the damage, which is half of 4. So you suffer 2 points of damage. Wait.
Ooh.
Poor little guy. He doesn't have as much gumption as the other ones. That aside, yeah, that's his turn. Tack. Who gets to goes next?
I believe that I choose Atticus.
Okay.
Okay.
Atticus,
So
what are you doing?
I see this little boy over here. I'm half tempted to pull out a pickaxe and stab him, but
Oh boy.
Go Minecraft on his ass.
well, it's not a war pick, it's just a pick, so it doesn't have damage dice.
Ah.
Anyway, no, I'm going to smack him with my smacking stick.
Okay, make your attack roll.
Boop. Nice. Do I want to play with fire? I think I do.
Are you
I'm
re-rolling
going
that?
to- I'm going to spend my inspiration to roll that and hopefully do a better job of rolling that.
Sure, go for it.
I mean, yes. But no. That's still half damage.
Yes. So roll for damage.
So
Let's have it.
Let us dupe.
Alright. So you do attack the little stone spirit with your sword, but unfortunately your sword kind of dinks off of it. And it seems like slashing attacks are no bueno against this kind of creatures.
Not surprised.
Are you doing anything else?
I don't really have any meaningful bonus actions, and I don't have much reason to move. Actually, I think I'm going to circle around this boy.
Ah, good idea.
But that is my turn.
Okay. With that, now is the stone spirit that is right in front of you, Basil, is going to try and attack you.
Oh, there.
How dare indeed, the little jerk. Oh no.
Oh, yes.
He critically misses. It doesn't even deal half damage. It's just complete complete waste of a time. The little rock guy is so dazed. It seemed to be moving towards you with purpose, but once you bonked it with a warhammer, it seems to just kind of be wobbly, almost like it's turning to mud. It's hard to tell. It doesn't do anything that you expect it to do.
Might have lobotomized him with my hammer.
You might just have done that, yeah. Atticus, who goes next?
I'm feeling frisky, so I'm going to say Trakar goes next.
Trakar, alright. Trakar, it's your
Huzzah.
turn. What do you do?
First of all, I will move here.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'll point at the boulder that is in front of Atticus, and I'll say, I won't be pushed around. Don't take me for granted. Wish Smokery.
Oh,
I think everyone takes that damage.
everybody roll mental damage from that pun.
Okay, so the little rock spirit rolls a wisdom saving throw, which it fails.
What do you think? Wow! Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
Yep.
It'll suffer 1 delicious point of psychic damage, is that? Yeah.
Yep.
And it has disadvantage on its next attack. Alright.
Then I'll turn back to Basil and say, "Go and smash that thing into pieces, Basil." And I'll give him my Bardic Inspiration.
All right.
Basil goes, yes, chef.
So basically, you have a D6 that you can add to any roll that you make, or any spell attacks.
But not the damage, just if I hit or not. Okay.
Yeah, not the damage. If it is a spell, then yeah, the damage
Alright,
will
and-
count. If it's a physical attack, then no.
Do I have to declare that before? I'm like, can I do
Yes,
it?
you say you add your inspiration to things.
Okay, thank you.
After
I
you see
think
the
can
roll,
yeah.
you see what you rolled first.
Okay, I do. No, that's good.
Yeah.
Good.
Usually it's before the DM tells you if it succeeds or not, but
Yeah, I can. Yes.
That's my turn.
Okay, that's it for you then, Trakar. Now it's the last stone spirit. It's far away, it's moving, slowly but surely. It'll get there eventually. Dust. It's your turn. What are you doing?
Yeah, so I'm targeting the spirit by me.
Mhm.
Right after it cringes from the vicious mockery, I twist on my foot and kick it right at that scratch that Atticus did just a moment ago with my unarmed strike.
Go for it. It seems unwise to all of you for Dust to be just, kicking a stone. But he puts
Hurt your palm.
he puts a lot of belief behind this kick. And boy howdy, does it hit. Roll for damage.
Yep. That looks like the face of a man who was. going
Another
man,
one.
man.
Ah, but I reroll once actually.
Also,
you
you critically strike him.
Did I?
Yes.
No,
if
no.
it's just
you-
green because
No, if you roll 10
Oh, wait.
above the AC, you do critically strike. That's another rule I'm
Oh.
using.
okay.
That's just a Pathfinder thing.
So is it critical or not?
It is a critical,
Yes.
yeah, but you can reroll your one, so go for it.
Oh, how do I reroll my
You,
damage?
you click
damage
the
dice?
you click the damage button again.
Yep.
Okay, and I'm going critical hit.
Yeah.
Wow,
Okay, that's
okay. So, the way I'm doing criticals also is that instead of rolling double the dice, you maximize the damage your dice would cause, and then you roll the damage dice as you would normally. So,
Wow.
Oh,
Nice.
it's 12 points of damage as part of a critical, but because these creatures are weak to bludgeoning damage, you actually deal 24 points of damage to this little rock guy.
Oh Jesus, nice.
well, I feel inadequate.
You all look with surprise in your faces as you see Dust doing this incredibly well-targeted kick. His leg seems perfectly fine, but the rock seems absolutely dusted a region of it. It's incredibly effective.
Okay, so I use that kick to push myself off up into the air, do a front flip, and kick him again with my bonus action.
Heck yeah, go for it. Man, no wonder monks are broken.
Yeah.
And you allowed one in. Again.
I did. 13
Never
just hits.
learn.
Roll 4 damage. Regular damage. Do you reroll choose as well, or is just once?
No, it's just once.
Oh, okay.
But I can do that once per every damage roll. So that's still broken enough.
Okay. Fair enough. You deal 10 points of damage to this rock in between the two of you. Which is a lot of damage. It's still in one piece. Lots of pieces have broken off, but it's almost completely destroyed.
In many pieces, but it's in one piece.
You have reduced this this big boulder of a creature to a little hardly standing pebble. Are you moving, Dust?
No, I'm just landing where I started.
Okay, yeah.
3-point landing.
Kick, front flip, punch, and then 3-point landing, almost destroying this little rock in the process.
No movement, yes.
Well, no horizontal movement, a lot of
Yeah,
vertical.
yeah.
So that's it for the first round of combat. Dust, who goes next? From your party, you can choose yourself also if you want.
I will choose Atticus. Maybe he'll be able to finish it off.
Okay, Atticus, you go for it.
Yeah, I'm just going to swear at myself slightly. I'm actually just going to drop my longsword, pull out the mining pick I have, and just with both arms swing it down at this thing.
All right. I'll treat it as if it's a war pick. I mean, silly, not you.
Yeah, let me just put one in my sheet so we can do things. As soon as I remember which of these buttons to press to do that.
So many buttons.
Yep.
But yeah,
yes, a +1 war pick. Perfect.
seeing that slashing attacks are incredibly ineffective against these creatures, Atticus just drops his longsword, grabs his mining pick, and goes to town on this little guy.
Yep. Strike with great vengeance.
You silly, you didn't
For the love
target
of
him.
criminy. Thought
So,
it was still targeted, but no.
so that will miss, but it will cause half damage.
Yep.
Go for it.
Damage. Do.
Ooh,
Oh boy.
my god. Alright, half of 11 on this little boy.
Which is 5.
But then it gets double back up because it's vulnerable to piercing. What do you know? You destroy this little rock spirit.
You mean bludgeoning, right?
Bludgeoning and piercing.
Oh,
It's Warpick.
no.
Yeah, you're mining the little
So-
stone.
I guess a rapier somehow is very effective against this thing.
Don't
Yes,
question
my
it.
little tiny sword, yes, it can break it.
Mm-hmm.
Just accept, just embrace the
Yeah, I embrace the jank.
jank. But yeah, Atticus, thanks to Dust shipping off lots of little pieces in it, your warpick is able to find purchase in one of those little crevices, which allows you to just split this little thing in half. It falls dead, well, for lack of a better term, it just falls down on the ground, crumbles, and you hear a little faint whisper of a spirit leaving the stones behind.
Okay, I am going to run past the car and give Basil some company.
All right,
Hello?
and that's your turn.
Yep.
Okay. That's it for Atticus. Next up is the stone spirit right next to you, Tack. It sees Atticus as sort of a threat now, and it does not quite likes it, so it's going to do stuff. It's going to move over here, between you and Atticus.
That's Jakar.
Well, between Tack
That's
and
me.
between Tack and Atticus, sort of.
Okay.
He's not moving further, but he's moving there. And then, what this little stone spirit is going to do is use its feature, ground shake. Ah.
Oh no.
I need everyone
Cronin, where did you come from?
I need everyone in this region, which is everyone, to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no.
Let's go.
Nice.
Now you're rolling.
Why
well.
do I have a d4 to my roll?
That is a very good
That's proficiency.
Is your proficiency
right.
dice?
Yay.
Okay. Tack, Basil, and Atticus, the 3 of you fail. Which means you suffer the full damage and you fall prone. So that's 5 bludgeoning damage. The 2 others, Dust and Trakar, you only suffer 2 points of damage and you don't fall prone. Did everyone get that?
Yep.
Yes,
Did.
yes.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
All right, and yeah, that's his. That's it's this little guy's action. That's it for his turn. Its turn. Atticus, who gets to go next now?
Next, I'm going to say tack.
Back Stormball.
All right.
It's your turn.
I am going to point my finger at this little thing. And Eldritch Blast.
Hold on. Little rules reminder: because you're adjacent to an enemy, you will have disadvantage on ranged attacks.
I see.
You're a big boy. Touch him, basically.
I'm starting to see a good argument for making Eldritch Blast a Warlock feature instead of a cantrip.
Disadvantage.
Just feels silly.
Very good. That was loud.
That is,
It doesn't hit.
It's definitely a critical fail.
Unfortunately, it misses completely. You don't know exactly what direction to even point your Eldritch Blast at. In the dark, you in the ground, it's just a mess, and it goes wide.
There's too much stuff.
Are you getting up?
Ooh.
But
I could
what does
stay down.
getting up cost?
Getting up,
One?
getting up just costs half your movement.
Ah, okay. That's different.
And
Yeah, I'll
those
get
are
up.
opportunity attacks.
Okay, so Tack, you get up. If you want, okay, if you wanted to move, you would still have 15 feet. Unfortunately, no cigar. So that Stone Spirit's dead. This one is up then. The one right in front of you, Basil, and unfortunately, you're down on the ground. So it's going to attack you. Why not? Because you're prone, it has advantage on an attack against you. And he hits with
Oh no.
with that much. Basil, you will be suffering this much damage. Ugh.
Not this. Not the 8. Oh no.
You'll be suffering 8 points of damage.
Do I need to right click the 8 and always go apply damage, or is the faster way?
Yeah, clicking the apply damage is the fast way.
Oh no.
So unfortunately, you go unconscious from this, which means you automatically fail your saving throw.
And he goes flying.
You go flying, yes, 15 feet. You can't move all the 15 feet because you collide against
But doesn't it means that the stone thingy takes damage that he collides with?
Mhm.
Yes, I was getting to that. You collide against
And
that
it's
other
bludgeoning
stone.
damage.
So Basil, if you could, you would have suffered 4 points of damage. The stone spirit that blocks your path suffers 8.
I am the bludgeoning. Okay.
You're the bludgeoning weapon now. Unfortunately, you're down.
No.
And after attacking you, the creature is going to move up. Yeah, it's going to move over here. That's going to be its turn. Now, let's Cell phone notification, get away from here. Now, Tack, who gets to go next? Basil, Dust, or Trakar?
Well, let's see what happens with Basil.
Oh no!
Wait, you want him to go next?
I can just heal.
Dust can go next.
Okay.
Yeah, literally anyone else would be a better option than the person who needs to make a saving throw on their turn.
Yes.
He's
Dust.
being silly.
It's your turn.
Do you allow feeding someone a healing potion with an action?
As a bonus action.
Feeding as well? Like
Yeah.
to another player?
Mhm.
Okay.
Well, that's
Well,
handy.
So
Then-
hold on. The way that I do potions is that if you drink or feed as a bonus action, you roll for healing. If you take it as your action, then you get full maximum healing on it and hit dice if you wanna roll them as well.
Ah.
Okay, so if for example I drank as a bonus action, I wouldn't be I would need to roll,
Mhm.
and then I wouldn't be able to add the hit dice to that, right?
You would, but you would still roll the hit dice. If you drink it as an action, you just maximize every dice that you would roll.
Okay, I'm going to give. Well, I'm going to jump in between this the spirit rock and Trakar.
In a rock and a hard place. Hey.
I'm just going to stack all of us like this, and I'm going to use my action to heal up Basil with my potion of vigor.
All right. You give Basil a potion of vigor. So Basil, you straight up just heal 5 hit points.
And he
Alright.
can roll his. He rolls his own hit
Yeah.
dice, right? Or like maximizes it.
Mm-hmm. If you want, you can also just roll your hit dice as well to recover more. Oh, use it and heal its maximum amount. So you have 1 hit dice and you can use it to heal straight up. What's your constitution?
11 hit points or something.
Yeah, 11 hit points. Do you want to use your hit die, Basil?
Yeah. Wrong button. Yes, plus 11. Okay.
All right. So
And as a bonus action, I cannot attack because I can only do that if I used my action to attack.
Yeah.
So I think that's going to be it for me now.
Not do it from chat. That is so weird. Okay.
You can use your bonus action to use patient to. No, wait.
yeah, you don't have any
No.
of these features yet.
That's second level. Never mind. I forget that all the iconic features that any class gets is second level for some reason.
Yes.
Um,
Don't level
Forget I
it.
said
folks.
anything.
Do I need to? Nah, that's fine. Okay. I'm good. Okay.
but you get up there, Dust. You feed this potion to Basil, and Basil looks chipper now. He's still down on the ground, but between all of you, he looks the best.
Cousin!
You still have some movement in your bonus action if there's anything else you want to do.
Well, I guess I can move here instead. So that's it for me.
All right, great. That'll be your turn, Dust. You can go ahead and delete that potion from your inventory since you used it.
Yeah, and the next one to go will be. I guess we'll see after the enemy turn, right?
Yeah. The other stone spirit just joins the fight. It uses all of its movement and it gets up there. Some of you might be able to see it now.
Oh no, it's coming to my side!
But that's all it manages to do this
Standing
turn
there.
around.
Menacingly.
So now, Dust, who goes next? Basil or Trakar?
I pat Basil on the shoulder and urge him to get up, so he takes the turn.
Nice. Basil, You're up, but you're down. What do you do?
5 more
Yes,
minutes, Mom.
but you're in, but you're out.
Oh no. I spent half my movement to get up. Is there a button for that, or?
Yeah, you have to
Uh,
right-click your token, go into conditions, or status effects, and remove the prone.
Alright. I'm up. And I'm going to revenge smack this guy. I started lobotomizing. Let's finish this.
Mhm.
It is still equipped with both hands, so I go versatile on this person.
I mean, that's great damage, but please attack first.
Wrong button. Sorry, I am. My bad. Attack button. I saw versatile and like, yes, that's the thing.
we're good at this.
Wonderful, that
Can
hits.
I use my bless unless I lost it by basically falling death?
I'm sorry, what?
Is my bless still on the guy? Well, what do you give me? Bless or
Inspiration.
guidance? No.
Um,
What did Gregis give me?
it was a bardic inspiration. You add it to your attack roll, which is already hit.
Yeah, it
But
has.
could I do it to get a crit if I add +6?
Yeah. You can roll a d6. If you roll a 3 or
Alright.
higher, it's a critical.
I add my bardic inspiration. How do I
Bardic three.
roll for crit damage then?
Just roll a d6. See.
Yeah, you
Alright.
need to roll. You don't just add the number.
My bad.
No, unfortunately, 21 is not a critical hit. Unfortunately.
Ah, okay, so it's a 1d6, not a flat 6 bonus. Okay.
Yeah.
I mind.
A flat 6 would be interesting.
Would.
Yeah, it would be a bit much.
If Pathfinder did that, I'd certainly be interested.
So
Right.
it's a hit, but not a critical hit. You can roll for your versatile damage.
Okay.
Ooh, 22 points of damage. You destroyed this thing. You just smite it down with your well, not your, but Squire's warhammer. You grounded it into dust.
Like a fine powder. Right,
And snorted.
and we said 1 weapon switching per turn, right? Free?
Yep.
Did I
Yeah.
get this right?
Mhm.
And I'd like to basically do the other equipment where I have my shield drawn. So that should work from the loadout. Let's see if it actually... Yep, shield is equipped. Okay, AC is increased. And that's it for me, I think.
All right. So since there's no more enemies to have turns, Trakar, you're up.
Drakar stepped away for just a second.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see it. But despite how tough these little guys are, they do seem beatable. They pack quite a punch. Indeed, Vanek was right. But you are able to defeat them, thankfully. Where did Regis said that he would be right back?
He just said BRB.
Oh, I didn't.
He sent it to me.
Oh, that's why I didn't see it. That explains it.
That must be it.
Okay. So, rules-wise, thus far, are you guys following the changes and everything?
Like it. It's good.
So far, I'm getting things, I think.
He said that he attacks the closest stone, and he's going to use Healing Word on me.
Okay. So that's what Trakar is going to do. He's going to get into position. We'll move here, so he can flank the Stone Spirit. So he can attack it with his action using... Oh wait, he Vicious Mockery someone, that person. Oh no, the guy who Vicious Mockery died. Never mind.
Never mind.
They didn't even get an
And
attack.
I didn't know we are doing flanking for advantage, is it, or is it for like a flat bonus?
Yeah, flanking gives you a +2 to attacks.
Nice. Is it applied automatically?
No, it's not.
Okay,
But
yeah. Then I'll just keep that in mind.
yeah, but then again, adding 2 to the number is easy to do in your head, so shouldn't
Yep.
be
I
too
think
much
you
of a-
could just toggle flanking maybe on the enemy. I don't know.
It's not a built-in feature.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
So Trakar will
We're
attack that guy.
homebrewing. We.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're homebrewing hardcore here. Thanks to the flanking with dust, he does hit
Hooray.
and will damage the little guy with his rapier.
Just a silly little guy.
He'll skewer it, not that effectively, but widening the cracks that are already showing across its surface. And then Trakar is going to target you, Tak, with his damaging
Healing
spell.
word.
Healing word. So Trakar, Tak, you restore 5 hit points.
Excellent.
And then that's it. That is Trakar's turn. That brings us to the end of this round. And for the next round, since he's not here, I'm going to choose at random who goes next.
Okay.
Sure.
Number 1, that would be Atticus.
Yay.
What do?
Okay. Well, I'm going to attack the thing in between me and everything. Sorry, Basil.
No.
No. Okay, I'm going to move into place, target this boy over here with all of the flanking. I probably also had to get up at some point. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Probably happened in the previous turn. I am going to pick its brain a bit.
Go for it.
Going to attack with a +2. Finally.
That hits. Nice.
Roll for damage.
Roll for damage.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. That's 16 points of damage to this little rock guy. And once again, you cleave it in half, not by, slashing at it, but by cracking it and widening the cracks so much that you split the rock in twain.
Yeah, then I'm going to reposition myself forward slightly, and then I'm going to use my bonus action to second wind.
There you go.
Nice.
You shake off all of this damage that you suffer from with expertise from your time in the arena. Knowing how to shake off punches and stay in the fight is what gladiators do best. Even though that's not what you are, you learned.
I got punched a few times.
Yeah,
This hurt a lot more.
so much more.
Ow.
Now is the next stone spirit. It's going to go towards you, Tak. It will punch you. It will try to punch you, rather. Let's see how that goes.
Well, it will successfully punch him because no matter what, he will take damage.
Yes. You will
Yes.
suffer damage from this attack that does hit. 3 points of damage towards you, Tak. Oh, sorry.
Ah. That was 2 bouts of 3s.
I'll
Were
need...
you applying damage as well?
I did this one time, sorry. sorry. I'll need you, Tak, to give me a strength saving throw to not get pushed around too hard by this guy. Oh no. You do get pushed all the 15 feet. So
Yep.
you will be colliding with Atticus and Trakar, and you'll be moved there. So all three of you, Tak, Atticus, and Trakar, you all suffer 5 points of bludgeoning damage. Damn.
That was a nice
Just-
shot.
I just got those hit points back, damn it.
And it's a good thing you
So,
did.
I'm back 15.
You would have been pushed 15 feet, but
15
you
feet.
you got interrupted
Well, I
because
got interrupted. Got
Yeah.
it.
so you didn't get pushed all the way, and that's why you suffered damage. Yeah, and then how much did this guy move? 25. Yeah. After doing that, it'll actually, take a step towards here. Get closer to you all. That is its turn. Atticus, who goes next?
Okay, up next. Regis isn't back yet, is he?
Let me out.
Okay. Well, since Basil seems to want revenge, he can go.
Yeah. Can I run through people or do I need to go around actually?
Yeah, you can just move through people normally.
You can't move through enemies normally.
Right.
You can move through allies normally.
My bad. I'll do it.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Okay.
25 and 5 more, so like this.
There you go.
I don't have any good bonus actions on this level as a paladin, right?
No.
Nope. Okay. I'm just going to two-hand my hammer and go for a big schmecky schmeck.
Go for it.
No, I will re-roll that. This shall not stand, so I need to just press attack again, basically, with
Yeah.
my hero
Yep.
point. Inspiration, I'm sorry. Don't kill me.
With your inspiration.
There we go, that's
There we
the
go, that's
19, just right before. Okay.
Congratulations, first person to get a inspiration reroll that works.
One away from the crit. Damn it. Okay.
If
never
only
mind.
you had saved that other inspiration.
That was amazing. Wow.
You can roll for damage. Against this new rock guy that showed up.
It is. No. Should be 8 with the weakness to bludgeoning.
Yep. It is 8
Yep.
points of damage it suffered, alright.
8 points of bludgeoning damage.
No.
Yeah, that's your turn, I believe. You did everything you
Yep.
could.
I am done.
Basil, who's next?
Who's being bonked?
Not you, the stone.
Basil?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I
Good boy.
thought the rock was next. I say dust.
Alright.
Okay. So, as the golem stumbles back from your attack, I dash behind it and drive my knee onto his back.
Damn. Monks are built differently, aren't they?
I'm built differently. I'm broken.
Yeah, so that's 10 total.
10 total will miss. So you'll deal only
Okay.
half damage. You can roll for damage still. Or, if you want, you can use your inspiration
Oh.
if you still have it.
Huh. Yeah, I'll do that actually.
Okay. So mark off your inspiration and roll that attack again. Who else still has inspiration?
Nope.
I do.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
Okay, 25.
Ooh, that's a crit.
25
Nice.
is a critical hit against this guy. You can roll damage as a critical.
Nice.
Man, monks are built differently. What the hell?
20 heckin' 8 points of damage total, right?
Uh-huh.
Yep.
28 points of damage. Holy damn.
Yeah. And right at that giant crack that appeared from the knee in the back, I drive my claws through that damage again as my bonus action.
Sure, go for it.
Oh, right. I keep forgetting.
He's not
I
done.
get 2 attacks.
Yes.
Ah, yes,
no.
natural 20.
Uh. Oh heck, you deal what? What's that?
Another
48.
28 damage.
Yeah, I think this thing's dead.
That's
Doesn't matter.
56 damage in 1 turn.
Dust. This little stone spirit, it's much like you. It's dust. It ceases to exist on a molecular level after you're done with it.
I
I was
split
gonna
the
say,
atoms. Congratulations.
I guess that's where you get your name from.
Yeah, I was about to say. Now you know why they call me that.
So, sorry. With this last, uh, driving your claws through it and then just kind of, with your bare hands, just pulling apart the rock, splitting it in half. These other stone spirits the stones just fall to the ground and the spirits leave this mortal coil. And none of you hear rumbling or shaking of stone anymore. You have vanquished all the spirits that were around here. It'll take them some time to recover and amount any kind of revenge against you, but by then you probably will be far away from here.
We should mine and get going.
But
On it.
not only that, though, you do all gain a lot of experience. All right.
Yay.
Whoop whoop.
I'm going to heal myself.
Oh, it's automatically added.
You
Nice.
had cure wounds all this time.
Yes, it adds it automatically.
Or.
Wow, you're collecting ones today.
I can offer you one more healing of lay on hands, but I don't know if that's worth it.
One extra
Add to his
point.
collection of ones.
Alright.
No. I'm good. And we're all good. I've got one more cure wound left.
All right.
Okay.
So, after all of this big, rocky commotion, all of you guys feel at ease knowing that the ground is quiet. Albeit, that's a weird sentence to say. You're safe and not in danger. You have successfully vanquished the stone spirits from this region. And you didn't explode any of them, so that's good.
Wahoo!
So,
Yeah. Ooh.
with your body's slightly bruised and battered, I take it you immediately then go to mining to get the saltpeter and get out of here as soon as you can, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. That's good. Definitely not wise to linger. So I'll need everyone who's mining to go ahead and give me an athletics check to see how many pounds of saltpeter you get.
Athletics.
Oh my god, you're locked to that.
I am slapping those rocks. I hate them.
Since I don't have the tools, can I short rest?
I don't think we're gonna be here for an hour. Maybe we are. I don't know. Help.
Yeah. I mean, it will take you a little bit of time to do this mining, so those of you who are not working, you can count this as a short rest. So, You all, well, Basil, Tack, and Trakar, and Atticus. It's hard to do backbreaking work in the dark, in the cold, and after, getting punched around left and right. It's really a not very good night. Good evening, even. But still, you do manage to find some saltpeter here. I'll say that Atticus, you get 2 pounds of saltpeter. Basil, you get 3 pounds.
Nice.
Trakar, you get 1 pound. So that's how much total?
6.
6, okay.
3 plus 2 plus 1, right?
Mhm.
Yep, that's how math works. I think.
And Tack.
I found a rock.
The one
You get
reason
-1 pounds somehow.
the one reason why you don't really find any saltpeter here as you're going through the mining is that you stop dead in your tracks as you're taking your pickaxe to the wall. You see something odd. What appears to be fabric inside the wall.
Aw.
As you keep digging a little bit more with your pickaxe to understand what the hell is this fabric, you come to realize that this fabric is actually part of a ripped shirt. And inside this shirt, you see a fossilized arm of a long dead creature.
This isn't supposed to be here. This is something dead in the wall.
Along that by the looks of it, so does it really matters at this point?
I mean, I'm kind of impressed.
You think to yourself that seeing how these little stone spirits were able to just glide and move earth around, it's not unthinkable that they would pummel someone to death and then reshape stone to engulf something or someone.
Okay, that's horrifying.
That is fine.
However,
Does this thing have anything on it that's usable?
as a matter
Wow.
of fact, it does. As you take your pickaxe to the wall to open up a little bit of space, you are able to retrieve what appears to be a bag that this long dead person was wearing.
I pull out the bag and set it down there in front of our group.
All right. Inside this bag, you find some gemstones.
Oh,
That's not how mining works.
it's
No,
pretty
that's fine. That's good.
So you find pretty much 500 gold pieces worth of gemstones. As I put in chat, you
Ooh.
find 10 gemstones that are worth 50 gold piece each, for a total of 500. But you also find a note. A weathered little journal with a page that sticks out of it, with a different calligraphy and some kind of seal on it. It's a golden seal that has been stamped pressed to this little letter. As you pull this little letter to look into it, you are incredibly bamboozled because you don't really understand what's written. the letters, the words, everything here doesn't quite make sense to you.
Damn it.
I can't read this. Can anyone else?
Do we know what language it is?
Um,
Or
so
is it like physically torn
Oh.
or something?
I would like to glance if it's Orcish. Maybe.
you look around, you show this around then to your companions, right, Tech?
Yes.
You recognize the language, Atticus and Dust. It's Dwarven.
Hmm.
But not really Dwarven. It uses the Dwarven script and seems to be kind of like Dwarven. But not really. The text is written with the Dwarven script, a version of it at least, but the words don't quite make a whole lot of sense. It reads this that I will put into chat.
Oh, Lord.
So Atticus and Dust, you are able to know that this is Dwarven script and trying to read, that's how you read that.
Let's see. We require aid. Ritual failed. Send help to capital,
Ah, easy.
I think.
Oh, that sounds good to me.
Through roughly 2 layers of translation, and the fact that I've never heard a dwarf speak in my life.
And they're long gone.
Well,
That's weird.
longish.
Didn't think there were any more dwarves.
I'm
Well,
honestly.
this note is probably old.
Yeah.
Very old.
I mean, wasn't the arm fossil? Well, I'm not entirely sure how that would work.
What? The fossilized body?
Yeah.
Y'all can make a medicine check to try and figure out more information out of it if you want.
There we go.
Sounds
Sure.
good. I'm down for this.
I'll throw my lack of expertise a bone.
So everyone can try just this test.
I'm good. There's no way I could guess.
Sure. Examining the fossilized condition of this body, it is odd. You guess that this is too big for a dwarf, even though it's like kind of shriveled and withered. It's too long to be a dwarf, according to the legends and the texts and whatever else's. You heard stories that dwarves are short, and whoever this person was, is not short at all. As a matter of fact, if you were to guess, this would either be an elf or a hobgoblin. And Basil, as a trader, you have been around and about a lot. You have seen people trading fossilized people bits back and forth a lot.
Disgusting, but okay.
Who knows? Some people believe it brings good luck. Some people believe it's all kinds of charms and whatnot. But, it happens. Thanks to that, however, you have some expertise in some passing knowledge, some trivia locked away somewhere in your brain about the what's it called? How to tell the age of a fossil, more or less. And you would guess these bodies age to being... It's been inside stone for some 300 to 500 years?
Oh boy. So people come come in my shop, try to send me fake stuff. So I need to know how to date things. And let me tell you, this one's a real one. So a few hundred years at least.
Did it get you a drink?
Yes. Finally, mature drink. Yes.
Well then,
I would it have a note? How long ago did the dwarfs disappear? Do we know?
30 years.
30 years. Okay.
It's recent.
According to all the lore, the myth, the hubbub of general people, some 30 years ago, dwarves simply ceased to exist.
The happening. Got it.
Yeah.
So it is not unthinkable that, way back forever ago, dwarves just wrote things around all the time, and some people might have been carrying letters from dwarves. The only thing that is odd is that even recent-ish dwarven history, as best as you can tell, would still utilize a similar script to that of some texts and things that both Atticus and Dust have been seeing in their lives as archaeologists and treasure hunters. There's plenty of dwarven literature where you would understand the words perfectly, but the way that the words in this little parchment that you found are written does not looks like it was written in recent years. Or it doesn't
it
even
looks like an archaic script, but I mean, dwarves live several hundred years, so even a 300-year-old script would be normal.
Yeah. Weirdly enough, it looks like this script is actually even older than that. Maybe over 1,000 years old. You would need to seek a specialist to truly look into this, but this is odd.
Well, I mean, we can take this back with us, and at worst, we can sell it.
Gruesome, but I agree.
I think he meant the note, not the...
No, I meant the body too.
You meant the body.
Okay. I'm...
Sweet
not gonna
summer
comment.
child. He meant the body.
Sure, whatever.
I mean, wouldn't somebody want to buy a petrified dwarf?
I think we decided it was an elf or a hobgoblin.
Yep, no dwarf.
I mean, yes, someone would definitely want to buy a dwarf. I don't think even the dead bodies were left.
We could cut it in pieces and sell two smaller dwarfs for a higher price.
I like the way you think.
Didn't some people seem to think that mummies had medicinal qualities?
They did.
I wonder
Yeah.
what nonsense, no.
Alright, let's take it with us.
Oh, you're taking the fossilized body back with you then?
Yes.
Tie some rope around it and drag it behind us.
I mean, sure.
It is heavy. It is made of rock.
Dust and Trakar, do you have anything to add to this?
I ain't touching that.
Yeah, no, I'm
just curious how much we will get for it. And also if it has medicinal qualities, is it edible? But I don't know.
Yes,
rock.
human joke.
It's rock. You can't eat rock.
Yeah. I'm actually more impressed that only the body got fossilized.
It's true.
The clothing and this bag are intact.
Maybe
Then again,
those little spirits did. They hit hard.
Well, if the claws are intact, it probably means like an instant fossilization, which is off. Keep that in mind.
concerning. Part of
And
me
also, I
wants to
wonder
hang
if the. Sorry, go ahead.
Part of me wants to hang around and see if there are more bodies in the walls here, but another part of me does. Well, part of me doesn't want to get beaten up by rock monsters again, and another part thinks that this is a bit, tasteful.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, we
I
can
mean,
get
I
some
have to
more
be
salt.
I have to be a sore loser and say, if we don't set up a camp here or go back, we'll probably freeze to death.
Well,
Yeah,
I
we
meant
shouldn't.
in the long run, not as in right this second.
We can come back.
Yeah. It's not going anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Except
will just-
us. We were supposed to go with Bart to the city.
Let's camp here for the night. We'll mine some more saltpeter in the morning and go back to camp.
It's not
So
like
you
we're missing anything at home, so camp.
more rock things. Okay.
Yeah,
Sure.
I'm somewhat concerned. We don't know
Go back.
what time scale it takes for them to reform.
Yeah, I wanted to walk around and just check their bodies, just to see if there's anything shining inside them, like little gems or anything. Because I'm just curious about the remains of the monsters,
Of the little
That
monsters.
sounds good.
of the stone golems that we just destroyed.
All right, Dust, give me an investigation check. As you trudge around, sort of, kind of in the dark, looking for the remains of these little things, and
Okay, not much.
you see that they are, kind of been dusted and hit incredibly hard and powerfully, and the whole act of combat and spirits inhabiting these things to try and hit you as hard as possible isn't the most perfect way for these crystals to form, but you do manage to gather enough kind of saltpeter from here and there to work up a whole pound from between the the four broken apart pieces.
So these things were made of saltpeter?
I think they had bits of them in there, but like how the walls do.
Yes.
Can I still collect that much even though I did a short rest? I only wanted to take a little look.
Oh yeah. I mean, looking through them is way faster than mining the walls.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
Of course.
If you want to wait for a little while, I could ritually cast Detect Magic and see if there's any magic here on them.
Might be worthwhile.
Okay. I will start ritually casting Detect Magic.
All right. You do that attack.
It takes an hour, so no?
Say what?
How much time does it take to ritually cast something?
10 minutes.
Hours. I thought it was an hour. Okay.
No,
10
it's
I
minutes.
not.
thought it was an hour too.
It's the normal casting time plus an hour, so plus 10 minutes.
So, looking
I'll be
around
specific.
the area, you cast this and you take a quick walk around to just see like what you find. You do sense some slight conjuration aura here and there. You assume just the whole area that you're in is charged with spiritual energy that would, in a matter of time, you're not entirely sure how much, reform these little stone spirits to keep protecting this area. On top of that, you also sense an aura of abjuration coming from the clothes of the fossil.
Okay.
That might explain why.
These are magical of some variety, so they must be some sort of protection.
It's
Clearly not enough protection.
It's not the coolest thing ever, but it is. You gather that this person is wearing some sort of magically enchanted clothes to protect them during their travel and whatnot. Hence why it didn't get all crumbed up over time. Same with their
Isolated.
belongings.
Well, we
That's
should take those back with us as well.
Well, I guess if we're dragging the corpse along, we don't have much choice in the matter.
Well, I mean, we should take off the clothes. If we drag them, they'll be damaged.
Who wants to undress the dead body?
Well, actually, the enchantment that they have is specifically to protect them against damage and that kind of stuff. The clothes.
Yeah. We don't have. Well, we're gonna have to strip the corpse at some point if we want to extract the enchantments.
I don't mind taking them off.
You do that then.
Go ahead.
Don't worry. Chop, chop.
I take them off.
Man, it's so crazy how D&D always goes to the most unhinged place so fast. Alright, you
I'm
undress.
not leaving them behind. They cost money.
Tack, you undress the fossilized dead body. And you find what appears to be a delicious set of leather armor +1.
Nice.
It would be good protection, but also you would probably fetch a pretty penny out in the markets. But other than that, even with your detect magic aura all around, you can't feel or detect anything else other than this.
Got it.
Well, that was worth a look.
Mm-hmm.
And for the first time, we don't have a foxification field thing going on.
Oh, quick! Somebody changed their race. Wait, what?
However, I believe that when you guys left to come here, you did not bring any of your camping gear, so
No.
you would need to return.
We should go back.
Nope.
So, are we done with this region, or is there more exploration or investigation or whatever else you want to do?
That's it.
Like we're done here.
Tack will stick the leather armor in his backpack and put the corpse over his arm and start carrying it.
Can you post the leather armor in chat just to look at it?
Oh boy, how do I post things in chat like that?
If you drag an item into chat, it will
Alright.
appear there.
It's just leather armor, so it's like a +1
Yeah,
light armor.
it'll be 11 plus dexterity.
So it's better than my studded leather armor because there's a AC of 12 actually. So
Oh wait, it should be 12 plus. Yeah, sorry.
It'll be the same.
then it's an
I keep-
upgrade. No, if it's 12.
No, it.
Yeah.
No, leather is 11
Ah,
plus 1. Studded leather would be 12 plus whatever. So this is the same as studded leather,
got it.
but it is magical, which is useful in some niche cases.
Ooh.
Okay, yeah, you're not concentrating on anything. Attack, it was just attack magic.
Yep, that was it.
Alright, so with all of this said and done, you guys all then leave this place behind. You're done with the stone spirits and everything else. This was harrowing,
Oh yeah.
but weirdly profitable.
We picked
Such
this
is
place.
the way.
Also, I put the leather armor in the party inventory, so unless somebody wants to have it, and we're not going on, I think we're just going to sell it, right?
Possibly.
I mean,
It
better
is worth a lot.
than what I wear, but I'm not wearing the corpse armor.
You should.
No, thank you.
I'll wash it.
You're not wearing clothes? What?
No, I'm not.
Oh my.
Wearing a dead person's armor.
Yes, that's what I said.
In any case, after an hour and a half, you manage to trek back to the chipped ridged village. It's 15 past midnight. It's not like too late. I mean, midnight 30, something like that. Most people, well, pretty much everyone, except for some of the children, are still up and doing, in these hours that you've been gone for, they've done some kind of like makeshift celebration for, the return of Bort with the caravan and everything else. And part of the things that you were carrying here as part of this whole trade caravan was alcoholic beverages. So there's a big old party going on right here, right now.
Bar fight.
No the bar fight.
Oh no, Bort is dead. How could this have happened again?
Could have seen this coming.
Instead of that nonsense, you go, I assume, go back directly to, what's her faces? Vanek and Gavrus to deliver the saltpeter, right?
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
If they're still up.
Let me do the introduction, please.
Alright. So, total amongst all of you have 7 pounds.
I think it was 6. Am I crazy?
Dust
We got
found
an extra
another.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Okay, so amongst all of you, you have 7 pounds of saltpeter.
Mhm.
And when you get there, they are still like sort of just chit-chatting while they look over their new equipment that just came in from the trade caravan. Some little alchemical tools and other supplies that they needed to do this and that, and also the whole house thingy where they are in their makeshift laboratory now smells of tea strongly. But when you all walk in, Vanek immediately just beams up, widens his eyes. Oh wow, you are back! Or wow, you're back faster than I thought that you would be. But also, what happened? You all look dusty and pummeled. Did you find the spirits? Did they punch you? What happened? Tell me everything.
So Basil just opens his arms and smiles widely. Vanek, my cousin, my brother from another mother. We brought you the saltpeter.
Yeah, you found it.
Yes. And more stuff. Not just the things you wanted.
Okay, what stuff? Tell me everything.
I just look at Tag and point him to put down the body we found.
I put down the petrified body. We found this. It was in the rocks.
We think it's a few hundred years old at least.
You see that Vanek is kind of smiling, and you see just elation in his face as all kinds of thoughts are going through his head. Meanwhile, Gavros immediately frowns, doesn't say anything, but he immediately frowns like, this should not be indoors. And
It's
At least it
rock.
doesn't smell.
It's rock. It's not smelling.
Rock do smell a bit, but yeah, not that dead body smell.
Vanek, he says, wait, what do you mean a couple hundred years old? Where did you find it? Did you find this in the saltpeter? Was this part of the spirits? What happened? What is this?
It was in the saltpeter. It was behind some of it, and I broke it loose.
We think the spirits, after they're done dealing with intruders, they seal them in the walls.
Also, there was intact armor on it, so we assume this was petrified in an instant because the armor didn't get hit, or it is magically protected against that.
I think the armor is magical.
All right, I'll take it back then.
By the gods above, this is... Wow, you guys really delivered. You went above and beyond with all of this. I mean, I thought that you would, be able to do this. I was actually hoping that you wouldn't die, going through over there, getting the thing, being blown up. That's what I would expect would happen to most people, because most people don't know how to handle explosives. But wow, you actually did get all of this, and also you brought a body, a fossilized body.
Woohoo!
I knew this place was important and interesting, and the talk of having minerals here was already like good, harvesting opportunities. But also when they talked about this place being protected by spirits, I thought, well, okay, if there are spirits here, there's something worth protecting. And I thought that it was just, the saltpeter is pretty rare and kind of hard to come by. And I thought, well, maybe that's what they're protecting. But apparently there's something more going on, and this is big. I can tell this is going to really turn some heads back in Mercantis. I mean...
We agree. So I'm hearing an enthusiastic customer. Do you want this? How much do you pay?
Atticus said that you can make medicine out of it, right? You will make so many good potions.
Out of this
With
body?
the body, I mean. Yeah.
I mean, I guess that, archaeologists don't need a whole body to study the thing. Maybe I can, pop off a finger or a toe or something. Interesting. But then again, bringing this back to Mercantis might be a little bit troublesome. What do you think, Gravos? And Gavros is just still frowning. And Vanek just kind of, after looking for him for just a second, he turns back to you guys. We'll take it. How much do you want for it?
That is an excellent question. We haven't thought about it yet. How much is that thing worth? Like, just rough estimates.
I mean, I guess
I'm asking out of character, the DM.
Asking the DM, I see.
Yeah.
You...
Once his merchant knowledge.
With your general appraisal of this, is like... it could be worth a pretty penny. It's really hard to tell more without, going through the whole proper procedures. You did just a field examination of what this is. Knowing exactly who this person was, where they were from, what they were doing, those kinds of things, and exactly how old this is, are all questions that, if answered, would really raise up the price on this. But it's hard.
We don't know.
It's hard to say, but you feel like at lowballing several hundred of gold pieces.
I'll
It
then
might be-
come up to Basil and whisper to him, we can make stuff up about it.
Yeah,
To raise its price.
I whisper back. I was about to eyeball its potential a bit and butter him up. So yeah, we could do that.
Perfect.
I feel we will get more in Mercantis. Maybe we should hold on to it. Drag it around with us.
Well,
we
we
are back in
can-
Mercantis.
We can just let him make us an offer, and we can still decline and sell it there.
Well, we were listing the price. They weren't offering a price, so it's a bit more awkward. But no, I think if we look into this, it might be worth keeping.
Yeah.
So,
Where are we going to store it?
We have a caravan.
Fine.
yeah, you do have you are part of a caravan, you have the camels, and you brought a lot of things here to trade with the locals, quote unquote. And you're gonna be bringing some things back, but not everything, so there would be space to carry a fossilized body back with you all if you wanted. Although, on the other hand, you feel like you can just straight up ask for 1,500 gold pieces. The way that Venek's eyes are shining, he seems... You feel like 1,500 gold pieces wouldn't be too high a price to ask for this.
Bennett, we're
Remember.
friends. Let me make you an offer you can't refuse. So 1500 without any. No, what's it? Not diplomacy. What would that be like if I tried to oversell it? I think that would be
Persuasion.
persuasion. Okay.
Yeah. If you're trying to, persuade them with telling a little bit more, that would be persuasion. If you wanna lie and make stuff up, then it's deception.
That kind of goes against my merchant ethics. I'll just go with
Then
exaggerating
cannot
but
do
not
it.
lying.
Merchant ethics.
if he cannot lie about it, I can lie about it.
I don't want to lie
I mean-
about it. I want to exaggerate a little bit.
Well,
So-
but you don't have to lie about it. We've been partners before. I helped you sell stuff about once.
Yes.
once,
Paladin boast
then I
of
fired you. But yes.
And don't you want to give me a second chance?
Oh,
Both of
now
merchantry.
it's not the time for this.
I swear, I've changed. I'm better now.
All right, if you really want to lie, just make up an offer and see how he reacts. We can still say, "Nah, we're selling it for a higher price in the city." That's always an option.
Wait, are we lying to Enik though? I thought we're bringing it to the city and lying to people in there.
Oh, okay. Well, I doubt the Red Fork has 1500 gold pieces on him anyway, right?
Yeah, I don't want to lie to Enik because
Yeah.
if we do, then his char boyfriend will blow us up.
Yeah, that's why I didn't want to lie. I thought you talked about Venik. Okay.
No, I thought about bringing it to city and selling it for more in there.
All right. Just okay. Group ask who wants to keep it for selling it later or whatever, or who wants to sell it right now. Just give me a sell now or keep it.
I think we should keep it and find out what it is. It could be a lead to the Desert Rose.
If you do
Well-
decide to sell it, I would like to at least keep a toe.
Why do you need a cutoff for?
Specifically a toe.
It's not a rabbit. It will not bring you any luck.
Yes.
Maybe he's a footman.
Oh no!
I did. You don't need to say that out loud, but yes. Hello.
What do you mean, yes?
God.
Okay. So one keep it, one keep a small part of it.
Tack and Atticus seems to be in the keep it camp. Dust is in the keep the toe camp.
I'll say keep not the top, but the body.
All right. I guess we keep
Yeah.
it down.
Yeah, let's keep it.
Okay.
I'm not dragging it about though. It's up to you to do.
We can put it in the
can put it
caravan. It's fine. It's not.
I
Yeah.
could say it's for us strong nobody to do, but he's not strong apparently.
Should
I
we
have
wrap
lots
it-
of strength. I can do it.
Should we wrap him up or like just keep him like is?
Well,
I think.
I don't
We
think
could-
we're going to drag him across the dirt all the way back to Mercantus.
Right.
You could put out the armor back on until he's in the caravan at least.
No. No,
No,
don't put the
don't.
armor back on. Put him in something, a bag or something.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, you have linen and other stuff that you can wrap it around in if you need be. In any case, as you're all discussing this, if you're gonna sell it, for how much, if you're gonna keep it, and what you're gonna do, you notice that Vanek is, whereas at first he just said how much do you want for it and was rubbing his hands together, but now that you notice, he's deep in discussion with Gavros because Gavros seems hell-bent intent on trying to convince Vanek not to buy it from you guys. Because you get the sense he doesn't want to just have a fossil around.
Gavros, I think we're going to keep it, and we're not going to sell it to Vinnick.
As soon as you say that, you see Vanek's ears, they kind of droop a little bit. And Gavros, he just goes, "Oh, thank fucking God."
Oh no! Alex.
It starts
Happened.
writing in the corner.
It's happened.
And he
And-
dies.
And Vanek is like, oh, it's okay. I'll take care of this. Well, the fossil. If you want to sell it, maybe we can talk tomorrow. It's too late. Everyone's still, kind of tired from the whole thing. You guys look like you've been hit in the head a few times. Maybe you're not thinking straight. Maybe tomorrow we can, get back to this and discuss a little bit better. But I'm going to take care of Gavros. I think he needs it. And the saltpeter. You can't just leave it. I'll figure out the money. I'll give it to you later or now. I don't know, maybe later. Yeah. But hey. You did good. I liked working with you guys. You did good. You did great.
Sleep well.
We'll see you.
This somehow feels wrong.
Say what?
This somehow feels wrong.
What does?
I think it's fine. We'll sleep on the price thing, but we keep Salpeter with us for now. You have your hands full with your child friend over there.
And you pick back up the fossil and take it with you as you leave them chew it. And you table the discussion for tomorrow. You probably are set on your intent of keeping it and bringing it back to Mercantis. Shouldn't be that hard of a job. And if anything, Gavros will really try and be talking Vanek into not buying it after all of this. But that's a matter for the following day, because for now, it is late. You can actually enjoy sleeping in the nighttime for once, indoors, in a proper, safe, comfortable location, and recover from the quite troublesome day you all had today.
Eep time, eep time.
And I believe that...
Troublesome 2 hours.
Right. And I believe that is where we will end our game for today.
Should we
Okay.
eat?
A delicious little first session with some things happening.
Yeah, I loved it.
Good.
Thank you, Doug. It was amazing.
And you all gain experience points from doing things.
We did get
XP.
80 already. Do we
Hooray.
get more?
You do get more, enough to level up, if I could figure out how much that is.
Really? Oh, nice.
Hold on. I forgot that...
120.
220 more? Yeah, 220 more.
250 actually.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. Press the level up button. Let's go.
So, all of you guys will be
That's-
leveling up as part of this whole desert exploration. You got some experience points from finding the fossil, from getting the saltpeter, from not dying, from getting to Chipped Ridge Village, and getting to know some of the local customs a little bit more. So, this is where we'll be ending the game for today. Hopefully you guys will all be leveled up for next session. And yeah, we will be discussing when the next session is going to be, day-wise. But for now, this is it.
Yay!